Michelle's bleeding was very bad.
What are you telling me?
I'm on my way.
What is it?
Connie's sister. She died from her injuries.
I should have seen this coming.
No, don't you talk like that. You gotta think about her baby now.
What do we got?
Pete Costello from Anti-Crime, his DOA, and his partner's wounded.
Oh, man.
Maya Anderson's his partner, right?
Yeah, she's gonna be okay. She took one in the arm.
Anyone in custody?
No, I mean, we don't even have a description yet.
Pete and Janie have been married like 10 years. I mean, somebody's got to talk to her. Hey, Baldwin.
Hey, you all right?
Yeah, the bullet just went through. Did you hear about Pete?
Yeah.
I mean, somebody's got to go and tell his wife, Janie. Can you call her?
I'll take care of it.
Right now, you need to tell us what happened.
We were on patrol, and we saw these two guys trying to boost a car.
What'd they look like?
Black, in their 20s, maybe. We identified ourselves, but then they just started shooting.
As you were approaching?
Yeah, I got hit and fell down, then Pete got hit.
Did you get any shots off?
I think I hit one of them in the chest. I don't know about his buddy.
Can you ID him?
I don't think so.
Would you recognize him if you saw him again?
Maybe, I don't know.
Anything else you can give us? Clothes, facial hair, anything distinctive?
He had a blue shirt, the one who got hit, and dark pants and some kind of jacket.
All right, we'll be back later.
Hang in there.
You did good, Maya. Now you let the doctor take care of you. I'll come by and see you later, all right?
Okay.
Perp's hit in the chest. How far could he get?
Hey, do me a favor and get this man out of here.
Sorry, with the DOA, I'm supposed to wait for crime scene and the ME.
He's a cop. I don't like to see him lying there in the middle of the street with everybody gawking.
Yeah. Okay.
We appreciate it.
15 squad to 15 squad at crime scene.
Yeah.
Hey, you think Maya's gonna be any good for info later, or is that it?
I don't know. I'll stick close by, see if she thaws out.
Copy that. Connie and Rita say they got a guy who saw a black male run into a building a block away about 20 minutes ago. Looks like he might be injured. You guys handle the crime scene. Let's go. Anything?
We got blood here.
Where's the witness?
We got his information. He took off.
What's up?
You see anybody go in the building bleeding?
Didn't see nobody. I heard some running around, that's it.
All right, we're gonna go in and take a look around.
Yeah, sure.
Don't step in the blood.
Goodbye.
Over here.
Detective, I went ahead and ordered some flowers for Officer Costello's family. I put your name on the card. Oh, I took care of it.
You all kick in. You knew Costello?
We talked from time to time when I was working anti-crime. He was a kind man and a good officer.
We got the dead perp sheet. Name was Deshaun Troy, a couple collars for a grand larceny auto and other petty stuff.
Running buddies?
Nothing listed.
Who bailed him out each time?
His mom.
You all right?
Same florist that did Michelle's funeral.
Yeah.
They do a good job, anyway.
You still gonna pick up Michelle's daughter tonight?
If this thing wraps, yeah. If not, I'll call the hospital and see if I can do it tomorrow.
It's the last thing we need, but there's a possible child abduction on 6th and Avenue B. The other guy still on campus?
Yeah.
I'll get Rita to meet you there. Let me know if you need any manpower.
You got it.
Anything on the second shooter?
Nothing. Zero. I'm gonna make some more calls on it right now.
Did you know Costello?
No. Heard a lot of good things about him.
Showed me pictures of his daughter last week. 10 months, I think.
Kid's name, Marcella Cepeda. 2 years old, got taken 40 minutes ago. Mother put in a call and got her husband down here. Alberto and Colada Cepeda.
Any chance he wandered off?
Nah, that woman saw him get taken. The parents are saying, look at the birth mother. Kid's adopted.
I'll take the witness. Mr. and Mrs. Cepeda, Detective Ortiz, can you tell me what happened?
I was walking Marcelo, and then I saw this dog running in the street, so I went after it just to keep it from being run over. It was maybe 10, 15 seconds when I turned around. He was gone.
What was he wearing?
Blue shorts, yellow top, and a white hat with turtles on the brim.
You didn't see who took him?
No.
You told the uniform officer the birth mother was someone to talk to?
Luisa Salazar. A few months back, the adoption agency called. The woman wanted to know if she could start seeing Marcelo, but we agreed there'd be no contact after the adoption. They said she kept calling and to be cautious.
Do you know where she lives, what she looks like?
We only met her once in the hospital. She's 19, maybe, lives in the city. That's all we were told about her.
We are going to see him again, right? I mean, she wouldn't hurt him, would she?
Right now, you need to go home. An officer will go with you.
Oh, my God.
Write down the name of that adoption agency. I'll be right back.
She says the kidnapper was heavy-set, late 20s, and Spanish.
Did she see his face?
The guy had a hat pulled low. Well, she'll look at pictures.
The sergeant radioed asking if we need to get aviation and canine rolling.
Tell them both, but hold on the Amber Alert till we're clear what's going on.
Right.
Come on. Let's get you home.
All right, if you hear or think of something later, call that number.
Yeah, okay.
Who is it?
Police. How you doing? Your parents home?
My dad's at work.
What about your mom?
It's just my dad.
I'm Detective Clark from the 15th Precinct. What's your name?
Robert Dupree.
Robert, were you home this morning?
Yeah,
Skipping school?
I got a cold.
There was a shooting outside this morning. You know anything about it?
Heard 2 policemen got shot.
How'd you find that out?
Neighbor told me.
Which neighbor?
Some guy.
You don't sound like you have a cold, Robert. Did you see something?
No.
Robert, one of the policemen who got shot died. Now, I know you want to help find the person who did that, so let's just lay it out, okay?
I was coming out of the building. I saw the policeman on the ground, and these 2 guys running all scared. But I didn't see their faces. So I can't help.
How do you know they were scared if you didn't see their faces?
I don't know.
If it was you who got shot, and some guy saw it and they lied about it and they let the guy who shot you go free, how would that make you feel?
He said he'd kill me if I told.
He killed a cop. He's not going to do anything the rest of his life except sit in a jail cell. Come on, let's go down to my work so we can talk about this some more.
I should call my dad and tell him.
Well, we can do that from down there.
Kids in there.
Yeah, and he's saying the 2 perps, one of them was bleeding, holding his stomach.
That's the DOA we found.
Yeah, and he's saying that the second perp, the one who threatened him if he'd say anything, he was also bleeding from his right hand. He was holding his right hand like he'd been shot.
What's up with his parents? They know he's here?
Mom's out of the picture, Dad's at work, drives a truck. Robert hasn't told him yet, but he said he should check in with him.
Just now he said that?
Back at the apartment.
But nothing about calling his dad recently.
Not since the apartment.
All right, don't bring it up. Kid asks again, talk to his old man, we deal with it. Till then, we keep it tight between us that we got him. Just you and me, that's it.
Okay, what about the boss?
Now, if we put him in the loop, it's just gonna be a problem for him.
Yeah, it could be a problem for us.
I'm looking for a cop killer.
What do you think I'm doing?
Then keep the kid under wraps. I'll get to all area hospitals for male blacks with hand injuries. You get the kid set up with the mug books.
Excuse me, Luisa Salazar work here. Luisa Salazar? Detectives Ortiz and McDowell, we need to talk to you a minute.
I'm working. We can see that. We need to talk to you. Where were you between 9 and 10 this morning?
Working. Why?
The little boy you gave up for adoption? Somebody snatched him this morning.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Is he all right?
We don't know. Have you had any contact with the family that adopted him?
No. How am I supposed to? I don't even know where they live.
You never tried to contact them?
No. I called the agency, but that was different.
Why'd you do that?
I wanted to know if there was a chance I could see him. They said no. I said okay.
And you let it go with that?
I made changes in my life. I wanted them to know about it.
We pulled your arrest record. Picked up twice holding meth. You had to know that wasn't gonna open doors.
Look, I've been clean for 16 months. I figure eventually I gotta take that into account. Then maybe I could be a part of his life. You know, they do that. There is open adoption.
You still with the father?
No, I am definitely without him.
When'd you see him last?
When I told him I was pregnant, he told me to get an abortion.
And you haven't talked to him since?
I got no reason to talk to him.
No desire to get your little family back together? You, him, little boy?
I wouldn't raise a kid with that asshole. I wouldn't raise a snake with him.
Well, what's his name and where can we find him?
He didn't want the baby then. Why would he want it now?
Let us worry about that.
Javier Sirota. Okay? He works at Queens Auto Body on Northern Boulevard.
Keep yourself available.
She doesn't leave without us getting a call. So, Javier, how old are you?
39. Could ask me that at work.
39. So how old was Luisa Salazar when you knocked her up?
She said she was 18. She told me her birthday. I did the math.
I think he came up a little short.
She making some kind of complaint?
How'd you meet? Pick up crews in the high schools?
She lived a few doors down, and then she lived with us for a while.
You and your wife?
She couldn't get along with her folks. My wife felt sorry about it. We took her in.
And you nailed her.
Just happened, you know. I'm not saying it's right. It's just happened. Now, what's going on?
The son by you and Luisa was kidnapped from his adoptive parents this morning. You know anything about it?
Nothing at all.
Explain a little more about your relationship with the girl. You know her parents? They know about you and Luisa?
No.
How'd you manage that?
I told her how much damage she would do if she told. I told her the best thing would be an abortion.
So you were screwing with her head, too?
Look, I said I would pay for it and then drive her to the clinic, but the day of the appointment, she disappeared, ran away.
That's the last you heard of her?
My wife gets updates from Luisa's mother.
You and Luisa, you've had no relationship since then?
No, probably no other guy either. Her mom told my wife she went queer.
You're saying she's a lesbian?
She's got a girlfriend. Teresa or T, something like that.
Where can we find her?
I don't know. Maybe Luisa's mom got some idea.
What's your number?
She's gonna get back to my wife. I mean, what's the point if I wasn't involved in the kidnapping?
Write the number and the names of who can verify where you were this morning, and maybe you're not a caller for rape. Your wife, that's your problem.
Yeah, all right. Thanks. How's the kid doing?
Still looking at mug books. I got Josh keeping an eye on him.
Ask for his dad again.
Nah, he's hungry. I'm gonna run out and give him something.
The 2 squad. Oh, sure. Hold on, Sergeant.
Ballistics report came back.
Lieutenant.
The slug found at Pete Costello didn't match our DOA shooter's gun.
So the second shooter is in the win is the one who killed Pete.
Yeah.
Detective McDowell, Mrs. Perry called from Social Services. They need your signature on the foster care release.
Can you call her back for me and tell her what we're dealing with today and see if I can do it by fax?
Of course.
Today's a big day?
I was hoping. We'll see what happens.
Where you at on your case?
I need to look into the birth mother's girlfriend, Teresa, see what the deal is there.
It was a desk sergeant. Tells me a cop on the 3rd floor went into the bathroom and found a little kid who said he was brought there by Detective Clark. You know anything about this?
He's a witness. You gotta look at the second shooter this morning.
He can ID the guy?
Yeah.
How old is he? 12. You have any plans on telling me about this?
I'm the one who said we should keep it tight.
Now, it was both our decision.
I'm assuming that's because you haven't talked to his parents.
He hasn't been asking.
All right, this is our only eyeball witness on a cop shooting, so we can't risk anything.
The risk is calling his parents.
You do nothing more with him until his parents give the okay.
Lou.
Am I being unclear?
It's going to be one big hassle about is the kid safe, which he is. Are we going to protect him, which we are? And in the end, the dad is still not going to cooperate, and we can forget about IDing his second shooter.
The kid's testimony is worthless if we don't notify the parents.
We don't need the testimony. We just need him to point out the shooter.
This goes by the book, so call the parents in or I'll call them myself.
Well, that's just great. That is just great.
15 squad.
Yeah, I got a few words for this asshole who went running to the sergeant instead of coming to us.
Detective Clark, there's a call for you.
Detective Clark. Hey, Jerry. Yeah, what's he doing? You put him in a cab? Okay, I'll take care of it. Thanks, Jerry.
What's up?
Bartender from the Brick House Grill. I guess my dad is drunk and he's causing a scene. Like, I need this right now.
How long's your dad been drinking?
First I heard of it.
He won't leave. I gotta do something.
I get down there and deal with it. I'll call Robert's dad and I'll bring him something to eat. Go.
Hey, Jerry.
John, I'm sorry to call, but you got into it with a couple of guys.
Did you call him, Jerry?
1 second, John. Man, these were guys just laughing a little loud.
Disturbing the atmosphere, bothering patrons.
What do you do about it?
Showed his badge, got in their face.
I just asked, could they possibly show a little courtesy, which you might also do by minding your own business? And I don't know what the hell you're doing here.
What's going on, Pop?
It's my day off. I came in for lunch, a little highball. I don't know what the problem is.
I think you might have let the highballs get ahead of you.
That doesn't happen.
Okay, why don't you let me get you back home?
Why don't you mind your own business? You and him. And then refill that.
Dad.
No, I'm gonna make my own way home, John.
Come on, Pop. This is your place. You don't want to sour things here. We had a cop killed this morning. Don't make this day worse for me. Hey, Jerry, I'll come back for this tab.
Forget it, John.
We appreciate you coming in to talk to us, Mr. Architecto.
Yeah, look, are you gonna put my name in some computer?
Are we gonna find something if we do?
12, 15 years ago, I got involved in some scrapes. Nothing too serious. I don't want you guys all, you didn't tell us. So here I am.
Nah, we got the heads up. Now tell us about the shooting this morning. Where were you?
At the window in my kitchen.
How far away is that from where it happened?
Across the street, 4 stories up, maybe 50 yards south. Too far away to pick anyone out of a lineup if that's where you're going.
What'd you see?
2 black guys stand next to a car. 2 cops walk up to them. 1 guy, 1 girl.
How could you tell they were cops? Were they in uniform?
Just clothes. But they had the walk. I mean, you could tell. So, the cops get the 2 guys separate.
All right, this is after the shooting started.
I ain't got to the shooting. That's coming later.
When later?
While they were frisking them.
Wait. So you tell me the 2 black guys didn't start shooting right when the cops walked up?
No. I said what I said.
You sure about that?
What's going on here?
Just tell it the way it happened.
Well, that's what I've been doing. Unless you want it some other way.
I'll keep going.
While the cops are frisking the 2 guys, the one with the girl cop pulls a gun. He starts shooting, the cops shoot back. About a second later, they're both on the ground, and the 2 black guys are hauling ass.
Well, you can't explain why you're here 6 hours later after the shooting instead of speaking up on the scene?
Last thing I want to do is introduce myself to a big crowd of cops with a bunch of neighborhood people watching. But I ran a few errands and was kind of eating at me, and then I came back and found your card under my door, and I took it as a sign to speak up, you know?
Yeah, well, we're glad you did.
Don't sound like it. I can walk out that door and forget it if you want me to.
No, just write down what you told us, all right? I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, I'll wait to hear from you.
How you doing?
Good. I should be released soon.
I need a minute alone.
Sure. What's wrong?
I just talked to a witness, said you and Costello were about to cuff the perps when the shooting started.
Well, we were walking up.
I talked to him, Maya. He's solid.
It was like I said.
I know you went through this morning. And if you're confused, that's understandable. But this witness isn't going away. And there could be more that's still canvassing.
Well, I heard something, and I thought Pete's guy was giving him trouble.
This is after you tossed your guy.
Yeah. Well, I started to toss him.
You're not sure.
It happened so fast.
So you looked over at Pete, see if he needed help.
It was just a second, Baldwin.
Look, I appreciate you're upset, but Klein's not going to do anything for us right now, Maya. I need to know what the hell happened.
I started to toss him, and I missed the gun.
We got to correct this right away. I'll talk to the ADA, see what we can do about your statement.
Everybody's gonna hate me.
We're going to work this out. And don't talk to anyone else about this till you hear from me.
They're gonna hate me.
I'll talk to you later.
You're doing a real good thing here, Robert.
Yeah?
Yeah. Your dad will be here soon, and I don't know what's going to happen, but you're doing a real good thing.
When I heard the policeman died, it made me sad because of all the policemen that died in 9/11. Really wish I could have done something that day, just to help.
We all felt like that. What matters is you're helping now, because we really want to try and get the guy who did this.
Okay.
Hey, Robert.
Hey.
How you doing there, champ?
Good. I haven't recognized the guy yet.
Okay.
How'd it go?
I got him home. I'll check in on him later.
Something's eating at him.
Yeah.
Your suspect, Teresa?
TT, picked her up at her apartment. We're gonna talk to her in a sec.
Any sign of the baby?
No.
Robert,
Dad.
are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm Detective Sipowicz, Detective Clark, Lieutenant Rodriguez.
Robert's been a big help.
Listen, let me save everybody a lot of time here, okay? He's not being a witness.
A police officer was killed.
I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. And I know you guys are doing everything you can, which explains why you took my son out of the apartment without telling me. Now, I'm willing to look past that, just like you're gonna look past Robert being a witness.
Sir, we'll do everything we can to make sure he does not have to testify.
I'm not putting him in danger.
The safest thing for your boy is to get the guy who did this locked up quick.
Well, it's not gonna happen. Let's go, Robert.
Well, it's a good thing we played this straight, because we're in terrific shape now.
Go ahead and believe what you want, Andy. Just keep working the case.
In narcotics, you lose a witness, you're out a kilo. This is a dead cop we're talking about, and he ain't coming back.
I know the difference, and don't you ever say something like that to me again.
Our only witness is gone, Lieutenant. Gone!
I'm warning you.
Detective,
What?
Bellevue ER just admitted a black man with the tip of his right finger missing.
Cool down and don't come back here.
Connie, real quick.
I'll get the car.
I know we've talked about this, but I gotta hear it now, that if I get gunned down in the street, you'll take care of Theo.
Is this what got you going toe-to-toe with the boss?
Just tell me that you'll take care of Theo.
You know I will. You don't ever have to worry about that. Don't do this. You're not alone. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
All right.
Go to the hospital, okay? In an hour, this whole thing with the boss is gonna blow over.
Thanks, Josh.
So, Teresa, TT, where were you this morning between 9 and 10?
My apartment.
You weren't anywhere near 6th Street and Avenue B?
Not a chance.
How long you and Louisa been together?
Who's Luisa?
Louisa Salazar, who you bailed out on a meth charge last year. We talked to people who said you're together. So, how long? A year? Year and a half?
Like that.
You help her clean up, get her straight?
Yes, so what?
So, why are you sending her away?
What are you talking about?
A witness saw you carrying that little boy. With this, we go federal with the kidnapping charge. That's 20 years minimum. No time off. You do every day. You and Louisa.
I ain't said nothing about her.
You're in this together. You're linked.
I tell you to break the law. I'm as guilty as you are. You go down, you're taking Louisa with you. We already got her in custody.
You can't do that.
It's already done. The only thing working for you now is how bad we want that little boy back. Tell us where he is, and if he's safe, there'll be consideration for both of you.
We're gonna find him with you or without you, TT. Only difference is what the outcome is for you and Louisa.
How'd you find the family that adopted him?
Luisa saw them on the subway. Just by accident, she followed them home.
That's when she got the idea?
It's her baby, you know, there should be respect for that. Assholes at the agency basically told her to go screw herself.
You gave the boy to someone after you took him. Who was it? A relative? A friend?
I have to see Luisa.
Tell us where the baby is. We get him tonight. We can arrange for you to see Louisa before you go in the system.
I gave him to my aunt in Brooklyn. I told her I was taking care of him for a friend. He's fine. I call every hour.
You're taking us there.
You're not lying about me seeing Luisa, right?
We're not lying.
What's up?
I got a little situation here.
All right.
Pete Costello got killed today. Well, his partner's Maya Anderson.
Your girlfriend?
We dated.
What do you need, Baldwin?
She got shot. You know, her partner got killed right in front of her, you know, so she wasn't thinking straight.
When she did what?
When she gave her statement.
She left something out?
She said the perps started shooting as they walked up, but actually it happened a little later.
Who was derelict?
Well, she didn't toss a guy. She took eyes off him.
Did it get her partner killed?
Now, the perp we're looking for got a partner killed by pulling the trigger. She just made a mistake.
All right.
So is there anything we can do here?
Tell her to give me a corrected statement and I'll put it in the file with the notes from the scene.
Then she'll have two stories. That's a red flag. Look, the only part that's changing is how the whole thing jumped off. That's it. You know, she's a cop. She's in a jam and she needs some help.
Here's the file. Give it back to me by the end of the day and put what you need to in it.
I owe you.
You don't owe me anything.
Where were you between 7 and 8 this morning, my tough?
Home.
Doing what?
Getting the top of my finger grinded off.
How'd that happen?
My girlfriend gets a peach pit stuck in the garbage disposal, jams it up. So I reach in to fish it out. She gets the bright idea to turn on the light so I can see better. Problem is, she hits the garbage disposal. Is that why I'm here? Did she call you guys? Let me tell you something. You get your finger chewed off because your girlfriend hits the switch and see if you don't backhand her.
We got witnesses saw you and your buddy Deshaun argue with those cops this morning.
What?
Yeah. So let's forget about peach pits and garbage disposals and talk about what went wrong.
I think we got some wires crossed up in here.
Now, we could put this whole thing on Deshaun, okay? I mean, that's how you're gonna want to play this.
I don't know no Deshaun, and I don't know nothing about arguing with no cops this morning.
Why'd you wait 6 hours to go to the hospital?
I ain't got no insurance. It wouldn't stop bleeding, so I had to go.
We're gonna look into your life, Martel. We're gonna run your criminal record and talk to everybody you know. And if we see anything about you and Deshaun Troy having any contact...
Look all you want. Whatever it is got y'all pissed off, I didn't do it. I swear to God. I can't write with my left hand.
Work it out.
Where you been?
Canvas.
Anything?
No.
Where's Jones?
He's talking to Maya. I guess she remembered some extra details about the shooting.
Like what?
I don't know. He's headed down there now.
You like him?
Maybe. We'll look into him, see if he has any connection with the DOA shooter.
How's he explain the finger injury?
Garbage disposal. We'll check on that, too.
Hey.
Robert, wait in the hallway. Did you guilt trip him about 9/11? I mean, that's what he brought up to me as reason for wanting to help.
I didn't do that. None of us would do that. Your son brought that up on his own. And whether we get your help or not, I want you to be clear. We don't throw that around.
Well, he wants to help, and I don't want to start teaching him not to.
You're a really good son, Mr. Dupree.
He's not testifying. If you want him to look at some photos, that's fine, but that's all he's doing.
We'll meet you in the hallway.
Hey, boss, if he's not going to testify, there's no need to get all formal with the lineup.
We just need to know we're dealing with the right guy.
All right. Let's take him in the observation. We'll show up.
Robert, we're gonna lift this shade up. There's a two-way mirror here, so the person in there can't see you. You tell us if you recognize the man sitting at the table in there, okay?
Okay. That's him. He's the one that said he'd kill me.
Go on home now. We'll be in contact if we need to.
Hey, Robert. Really appreciate it.
So this is the cop killer.
That's him.
Do what you gotta do.
You're not gonna be able to read it too good, but I gave it my best shot.
It's all you can ask for.
I hear that. So what's up?
How's your hand doing?
You know, same. Still hurting.
Bandage holding up?
Yeah.
Let me see. Cut it down to the bone, did you say?
Yeah, a whole half a finger is gone. Garbage disposal took it right off.
You got picked out, Martel.
Picked out of what?
We know you were out on the street with Deshaun this morning.
I was with my girlfriend this morning. Hey, take it easy now, okay?
You are gonna start telling the truth now, Martel. You fall back on any of your lame-ass lies, I'm gonna grind your stub finger into this table.
I swear to God, I don't know what you're talking.
Put it all on Deshaun. He's not gonna say any different. He's on a slab down at the coroner's office. A cop got killed, Martel. The rules are different. You're gonna give it up or you're gonna get put through pain you never imagined. Lay it all off on Deshaun.
Okay. It was an accident. But Deshaun got it rolling. He had the gun. He did the shooting. I was just there for the car.
How does that make it an accident?
We work in the cars and the cops come up. I'm nervous because Deshaun's been inside twice and he already said he ain't going back. But it's cool. Everybody's behaving. And then this chick cop turns away from Deshaun, gives him an opening. He took it.
That's not an accident, Martel.
He started shooting. They started shooting. I just hauled ass out of there.
But you did have a gun on you.
No. Yes, yeah. I had a gun, but I didn't use it.
Where is it?
My boy Jason's.
And when we get that gun, is it gonna match the bullet we took out of that cop that got killed?
That female cop turned away from you. You had the opening. You took it.
You come looking to take somebody in. You don't turn your back on them. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Hank. So why am I here? You know I'm gonna get fired.
The boy's back with his parents. We're gonna need your statement, Louisa.
Can it just wait?
You got 5 minutes.
They were gonna lock you up and... Can I hold her? Just a little? We're gonna get through this, okay?
I'm never gonna see you again.
No, that ain't gonna happen. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be fine.
Clock leave?
Had someplace to be.
Spoke with Pete Costello's wife. Meant a lot that you got, Kate. So good work. Pass it on to Clark. You know, procedurally, as a boss, there's a lot of bases I gotta make sure get covered.
You know my side of it.
But is it gonna be a problem? Because you and me butting heads didn't help anything, just wasted time.
The case cleared.
I'm asking, you and me, is it going past today?
All I cared about was making the case. That's all I ever care about.
Same here.
And we're on the same page. Meaning this horse is dead, but for some reason we're still here beating it.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. How'd you do?
They both went. Rita's getting them to central booking. That social worker call back?
All the paperwork came through.
It's wrapped up.
We're good to pick her up. You all right?
Connie? For the baby.
Rita. Thank you.
I'm sorry it had to come about the way it did. Losing your sister.
I know.
It's been hard knowing what to say. But I'm really excited for you.
It means a lot to me.
You call me later? Tell me how it's going.
I will. Thank you. So, are you ready? We don't want to be late.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I mean, I don't want to rush you.
I'm ready.
Okay.
called you a couple of times.
I wasn't picking up.
Well, where you headed?
I'm gonna stay with my folks a while. I called the command. I'm taking some time.
When you coming back?
I don't think I am.
Well, you don't need to make any big decisions right now, Maya.
I can't face work right now. Everybody's gonna be talking about it. No one's gonna want to partner with me.
That's not true.
I watch other people do the job, and they're quick and confident, and I say that's what I should be, but I'm not. I mean, I love the job. I love my fellow cops. I'm just not good at it. And Pete, I can't believe he's gone. I mean, he'd still be here if it wasn't for me.
Martel Cates killed Pete, and we got Martel locked up for it.
I gotta go. Thanks for cleaning up the statements for me.
Yeah, no problem. Call me when you get there.
Yeah.
Maya, don't get down on yourself, all right? And things like this, if you let them, they build momentum, and just don't get down on yourself.
Okay. See you.
John? Are you?
Yeah.
Nets are on. Losing, unfortunately.
How you feeling?
I'm fine. I shouldn't have been drinking on an empty stomach. And I ordered the pork chops, which took too long, so I had a few more in the meantime. Got away from me. Oh, please, Raf.
Dad, can you turn that off?
I'm watching it.
Well, I'd like to talk to you about what's going on here.
Nothing is going on.
It's not normal. You getting drunk in the middle of the day. It's not normal you getting drunk at all.
Maybe you're not as perceptive as you think you are.
Oh, come on.
No, you want to start talking man to man? Fine. You were shocked, no, stunned, to learn recently that I have the same natural urges as any other man. Now you're learning that I have a drink or two. It's time you grew up.
After you copped to seeing that prostitute, are you sure all you got from IB was a 10-day rip?
What are you asking me?
Should have been fired. Doesn't make any sense.
I just got the rip.
Because I know they offered to turn you out as an informant to save your job and your pension.
Which I refused.
Are you sure?
How dare you?
Well, you barely returned my call since then? And now I gotta drag you wasted out of a bar at noon?
So I'm a rat. That's what you think about your father.
Something's going on?
Your son finding out that you're a whoremonger, that's a little humiliating. Putting a blemish on a perfect career, that is also humiliating. All of which takes time to work through, which I am sorry is not up to your pace.
Something's going on.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make me a rat. Now, I'm watching this game. You want to watch with me, that's fine, but this conversation is over.
I guess I'll talk to you later.
Not about that. You don't bring that up again.
Should we ask if there's a problem?
She said it'd be 10 minutes. That was roughly 7 minutes ago.
But on the phone, she said the paperwork went through.
That's what she said.
I'll probably need to get a lawyer for the official adoption.
We'll get you one.
She said it can get complicated.
That's why you get the lawyer.
I understand that. I'm just a little concerned because when someone says it can get complicated, who knows what they mean?
Probably paperwork and stuff.
It's a lot of things running through my head.
Let him out.
Feedings, diapers, colic. Will she sleep the night? Will I sleep the night? You want the whole list?
Got at least another minute.
Do you think Valerie would know a decent adoption attorney? I mean, how often would she interact with them?
Hi, Connie. We're all squared away.
So we can take her home.
You can take her home. In a few days, you'll get some copies of the foster care paperwork and the birth certificate. You have my card if you need anything.
Thanks for your help.
Good luck.
Oh my God, Andy.
I can't believe it.
Come on. Let's go home.
It was good seeing you, Tony.
You too.
Call me sometime if you want. Don't you get in early.
What are you doing here?
I stopped by your place with coffee, but no answer.
It's some paperwork. Thanks.
It's probably cold by now, but... Tony, I need something. I know you think you saw this coming, but I just need a little help.
What?
I was on my way home from work last night, and this guy on the subway bumped into me.
What'd he get?
No, he pushed me into an exposed screw or something, and I think I got a scratch on the back of my thigh, but I just can't see it.
The nerve of some people.
Maybe this isn't the best light to look. Is there someplace better you can think of? Freeze, Lieutenant. Assume the position.
Female DOA, no ID. Looks young, too healthy to be a pros. A strange wound, looks like she got bit by a vampire.
Well, seeing how that's impossible, why don't you tell me what we're looking at?
2 little puncture wounds on her neck, right close to each other.
Not bullets?
No, very small, no stippling.
We got through off an anonymous call to 911. The number came back to a payphone nearby. Jones and Meadoware are checking it out.
I found a purse. It's pretty new, so it could be hers.
No ID?
No, and nothing in the immediate area.
We know what time the attendant shows up?
Around 8.
Looks like they've got a surveillance camera for license plates. We'll run everything from the last 24 hours.
Yeah, we'll start to canvas.
I think I know this girl.
From where?
If it's her, she's an auxiliary cop, Heather Peterson.
At our precinct?
Yeah. Yeah, that's her. That's Heather.
Get her covered up.
So we confirm she was an auxiliary cop?
4 months. Heather Peterson, 17.
Auxiliary captain said she was a hard worker, a cop buff. Mostly they'd send her into bars or liquor stores to see could she buy without ID.
There's nothing on canvas.
That crime scene said the payphone the anonymous tip came from had been wiped down.
You notify the family?
Mom let us search the girl's room. We got some personal effects in her diary.
The parents say how long she's been missing?
It's only the mom. The girl left at 6 this morning for an early shift at a coffee shop. The mom also mentioned that 6 months ago, she had a bad breakup with the guy, Quentin Stautle. She got an order of protection on him, which he violated and did 30 days.
So he's not locked up?
Not anymore.
So why isn't he here?
There's no answer at his place, and the hardware store his probation officer said he works at doesn't open for another hour.
Thought we'd get a jump on going through the effects.
Lieutenant? All right, whoever's free will handle it. Sit on the hardware store and let's treat this like she's one of ours.
That was the plan.
Yeah.
You missed the loop.
Firebombing at an apartment on 2nd and A. Connie, you and Rita.
Molotov cocktail.
Anyone hurt?
FD put it up pretty quick. The owner, Raymond Dobbs, and his sister, Soraya.
Thanks. Detectives Ortiz and McDowell, can you tell us what happened?
Heard a boom go up, looked out the window and saw this. Called the fire department.
Can you think I might have done it?
How are we supposed to know?
Firebombings generally aren't random.
So what are you asking?
You in a beef with anyone?
No. I just saw the flames and went for the phone.
It was pretty scary. We're both a little shook up.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, it's a rough neighborhood. Could have been anybody.
And there's that one guy.
What?
The homeless guy.
Yeah, right. Choppy.
Maybe you ought to talk to him.
Choppy.
Yeah. He sleep on the stoop sometimes. I shoved him off once and he pulled a knife.
You report it?
He split, so I figured I'd let it drop.
This Choppy, he's the best bet, you sure?
That's all I could think of.
All right, we'll be in touch. Anything else? Give us a call.
Sit down. You always carry a box cutter, Quentin?
It's for work. I stock shelves.
You got a record?
I'm gonna guess you know I do.
Yeah, we also know you're on parole, and carrying a box cutter could be seen as a violation.
How'd I offend you guys?
When's the last time you saw Heather Peterson?
6 months ago.
Was this face-to-face contact, or were you looking at her from behind a bush while you're spanking your Johnson?
What are you talking about, spanking my Johnson?
You were stalking her, right?
No, I was not.
Explain the order of protection.
Her overprotective, freaked out mother.
On account of you calling her daughter at all hours and hanging around outside her window?
She was my girlfriend, okay? My legit girlfriend. And it freaked her mom out because she thought I was too old.
Yeah, you being 25 and the girl's 17, she was legally right.
Don't make me a stalker. She was my girlfriend. And her mom, we just lost Heather's dad to cancer, was freaked out, didn't like my age. So we tried to sneak around her, and she caught us a few times and flipped.
Were you near a vacant lot on 3rd this morning?
No, I was in bed, then I went to work.
Anyone back that up?
No, why? What is up?
Heather was found dead in a vacant lot on 3rd.
Nah, come on.
Did you kill her?
Hell no. You serious?
No, we're kidding. You got a pellet gun?
What's this now?
She got shot with a pellet gun. We checked your place. We're not gonna find one?
I don't have any gun. I didn't kill her.
But we're gonna check your place anyway. You'll consent to that, or do you want to sit around here all day?
I guess I'll consent to it.
All right, write that down.
Hey.
Hey.
You working on the auxiliary cop?
Yeah, doing groundwork, yeah.
So you're busy.
Something on your mind?
Only if you got time.
Well, sit down.
I think my grandmother's getting taken in a phone scam.
Well, how'd it come up?
She asked to borrow $5,000, saying she wanted to invest it for me.
You get the particulars on it?
When I told her I thought it was a scam, she got real angry and said if I ever mentioned it again, she'd stop speaking to me.
Will she say how much she spent so far?
She wouldn't say, but she lives on her Social Security and not much else.
All right, I'll look into it.
I'd be happy to come with you.
No, Valerie, when old people get taken in scams, they get embarrassed. And if she knew you got cops involved, she might make good on her threat and stop speaking to you.
So when you go there, it didn't come from me?
Just the thorough work of New York's finest. All right, where she live?
Uptown, West Side. I'll just write it down.
You look nice today.
Just today?
I walked into that one, huh? All right, I'll be in touch.
Thanks. And, thanks for the compliment.
No luck with Choppy. Uniforms never heard the name.
We were thinking of heading out to Campus Parks nearby.
Hold off. We got a stabbing at 1402 Avenue A.
Across the street from the firebombing.
Check it out. See if it's related or it's just a busy block.
This Quentin's half the candidate. We're gonna search his apartment.
You want to hear this first? Heather Peterson's diary. A marked page with the initials and phone numbers next to him.
Yeah, there's lots of those.
Yeah, but these are guys she was sleeping with. Subheading says 15th.
Cops on the 15th?
You call the numbers?
Pages or cell phones, all belonging to cops in the 15th. The first one's the captain of the auxiliary, Robert Lane.
Then here's the first conversation.
Done. He should be on his way up.
If need be, I want IAB involved. And this rolls out by the book. No rhythm for nobody. Let's go with 17.
Captain Robert Lane, Detective Medavoy called?
Yeah, Detective Sipowicz and Clark. We gotta ask you a couple of questions about Heather Peterson.
Oh, sure. Of course.
Have a seat, Mr. Lane.
Captain Lane. Captain of the Auxiliary Police deserves the title.
Appreciate that, Detective.
How long you been with the auxiliary, Captain?
5 years. We never had a loss like this. Heather was a good cop.
We understand you had her making underage alcohol buys. Is she effective?
Oh, very. You know, in spite of her age, she had a real maturity. Tripped a lot of guys up. Bar owners, liquor store owners. I should tell you, we had Heather doing alcohol buys in the precinct. And we're not supposed to in case she ended up going into a place that she was known. So you might want to look at bar owners she popped recently. There's a list.
You know of anybody on this list that gave her trouble?
Not that I know of.
So this is a general suggestion.
What kind of relationship you have with Heather?
Well, good. She worked hard. She liked police work.
You have a relationship with her outside the auxiliary?
Like a sexual relationship?
Why would you? I mean, what on earth makes you think?
She's got you in her diary.
Oh, my God.
Can you account for your whereabouts from 6 a.m.?
Yes. Yeah, yes, I can. I was with my wife till 8:30. Does she have to know about this?
Do you have any reason to do this girl harm? She threatened to tell your wife?
No, absolutely not. She liked the authority, you know, and the uniform. I wasn't the only one.
You were her boss.
Yeah, but she was mature, way beyond her years. And she really came after me.
Oh, chased you into the corner, tore your clothes off?
Oh, come on, Detective.
Do you have anything that might help us?
Nothing I could think of.
It comes down to it, we might have to confirm your whereabouts with your wife.
What do you tell her?
We'll make something up.
What's your day job?
I got a business, plumbing fixtures.
Hang on to it, because you're done with police work.
Victim's inside. Says he opened the door and a mass male stabbed him in the chest and split.
Sanitation ever gonna get that car out of here?
Not this month.
Stabbing victim, what's his name?
Joe Whitaker.
What's with the beating?
Says it's not related.
Rough time you've been having, Mr. Whitaker.
You know, I always check the peephole. This time I didn't. Look what it got me.
Guy in a mask stabbed you?
That's right.
Big guy, little?
I didn't have my glasses on.
Is there any reason you can think of why someone would want to stab you?
No. I pretty much keep to myself.
How'd you get beat up?
I got into it with some punks last week.
Mr. Whitaker, those injuries can't be more than a few hours old.
It happened last week.
Would you recognize the punks if you saw them again?
Nope.
Didn't have your glasses on then either?
They knocked them off.
You hear about the firebombing on the street this morning?
Smelt it first. Then I saw when they put it out.
Well, the stabbing wouldn't be related to that at all, would it?
Now, how would I know?
Firebombing there, stabbing here, or is this block just the Wild West?
Yeah, I got no idea how that car went up.
And there's nothing else you can tell us to help find who stabbed you or beat you up?
Look, the man came to my door, stabbed me, and then run off like a punk. Now, getting beat up, ancient history.
Mr. Whitaker, I don't know what kind of game you're running here, but level with us now or we'll come down on you when we figure this out.
I don't know what to tell you.
If something pops up.
Doubt it will.
Take it anyway.
Star Haywood.
Yes?
How do you do, ma'am? I'm Detective Jones from the 15th Precinct. If you have a moment, I need to talk to you about a rash of crimes you might have been victim of.
I don't think I've been the victim of anything, but you can come in.
Thank you. Have you had any strange phone calls recently? Anyone offering investment advice?
How did you come to me now?
Well, your name came up in an investigation of telephone scam artists. Our surveillance showed they might be targeting you.
I can't remember any calls about any investment. 15th. Isn't that downtown?
Yes, it is.
Do you know my granddaughter, Valerie Haywood? She's a district attorney downtown.
I may have heard the name.
But you don't know her, though.
You know, maybe if I saw her, I could put the name with the face. But typically, these people call offering investment opportunities like buying property in Florida, a share in an oil or gas lease, rare coins, foreign lottery.
What's that now? Lottery?
Yes, someone calls saying you won a lottery in a foreign country, maybe Britain or Canada. But to claim it, you have to secure a foreign bond for $1,000, $2,000. Did you get that call?
Oh, my God.
How much did you give them?
They said if I put up money, I would get back at least $2 million.
That's not true, ma'am.
So far, I've given them $5,000.
They ever give you a phone number to call?
They usually call me.
Well, I'll need permission to check your phone records.
Yeah.
And these people can be very clever, ma'am. So there's no reason to feel embarrassed.
Who said I did?
No one. All right, I'll be in touch.
Sit down, Shannon.
What's up? You knew Heather Peterson?
To say hi to?
No more than that? Because we got her diary.
It says you knew her better than just saying hi.
Am I gonna have a problem over this?
Yeah, you might, given her age.
Guys, she looked 30.
You knew she wasn't. All right, for now, let's concentrate on a homicide.
I don't know anything about it.
But you were screwing her?
It never got as far as that. But other things, you know.
So what was with this girl? She the precinct bang?
It was an open secret. You want a little play? Talk to Heather.
What was her take on it?
She was a cop groupie. She was cool with it.
She ever threatened to blow a whistle?
Never to me.
Any of the other guys mentioned she did?
No. She just wanted to be around cops, so she did what she thought we'd want.
Did it ever concern you that she was 17?
She didn't look 17, and she didn't act it, and she just put it out there.
So why not?
Andy, if you saw this girl...
We did. Dead in a vacant lot.
You got kids, Shannon?
2-year-old twins, boy and a girl.
How would you feel finding out that your daughter at 17 was a precinct hump?
You're right. It shouldn't have happened. Am I gonna have trouble over this?
You can't prosecute statutory rape when the complainant's dead.
You know of other cops who were sleeping with her?
Come on, guys. Don't make me a rat.
We just need you to confirm names.
Yeah. I ran all the cars that went in the lot within the last 24 hours of when Heather Peterson was found. Got 2 guys worth of conversation. One of them's a known dope dealer. The other, Craig Rawl, took a collar for assault.
Get him in.
Flowers, boss?
Matter boy? Senator Rodriguez.
I think the boss has a girl.
Look at that.
Stabbing and a firebomb.
No one's talking. No one saw it.
Real uncooperative.
You're heading back there. There's a shooting in the building next to where the car was torched.
Victim named Dobbs?
They didn't say. Sort it out. No.
Nice flowers.
Thanks.
Stay available.
Shannon was on the list.
She was beyond her years. She threw it at us. 17-year-old girl he's talking about.
Nothing on the homicide?
Nothing. No one got to know her too well.
Howdy. Got a message to come up?
In here.
So serious?
Take a seat.
I'm good.
You know Heather Peterson?
Auxiliary cop turned up DOA.
Were you screwing her too?
Oh, what now?
You were in her diary as having sex with her.
It said that exactly. He was having sex with me.
Concentrate, Laughlin. What was your relationship?
Do I need a delegate or a lawyer?
If we thought you did, we'd tell you.
Because you and me are such pals.
You know anything about the homicide?
You accusing me?
Do you have any information?
I want my delegate.
Meaning you were involved?
Meaning I don't trust either of you.
What time did you go on patrol?
I want my delegate.
Just tell me, can you account for yourself around 6 a.m.?
Delegate.
Hey, asshole. Come clean and we'll look past what a scumbag you were with this girl. But you keep on wasting our time, and it's not us you got a problem with. It's IAB.
I was at the gym this morning from 5:30 to 8.
Describe your relationship.
I ain't admitting to any relationship or answering any further questions without a delegate and lawyer.
Get out.
Grandmother was watching TV when bullets start flying through the door. She took one in the leg. She'll make it.
So what now? And stay away from homeless people that don't exist.
We were watching TV and somebody started shooting.
Why were they shooting at you?
How do I know they were?
So they were after your grandma?
Hey, could have been 2 dudes going at it in the hall.
What's your take on it?
I was just sitting there.
Guys, no one gets firebombed and shot at in the same day without knowing the source.
Don't know what to tell you.
All right, let's talk at the station house.
Oh, nobody's going anyway, okay? We didn't do nothing.
Raymond, you got any warrants on you?
No.
So when we call for information on you, which we won't leave without doing, we're gonna find you clean?
No, I mean, yeah, you will find me clean.
Let's go. You too.
I need to stay here. Our dad's coming home.
And we'll make sure a cop sticks around for him.
Then I should get to the hospital and be with my grandma.
Want to get dragged down the hall? Let's go.
Have a seat, Mr. Raw. I just gotta ask you a couple of questions about your whereabouts this morning.
All right.
Did you happen to park in a lot on 9th Street and Avenue C this morning?
Just because I didn't pay because the guy wasn't there.
No, it's not about that. But you were at the lot.
I do my grocery shopping at the 24-hour place down the block, yeah.
About what time were you there?
7:30, just before heading to work.
Which is where?
Bodega on Avenue C. I don't shop there. There's not much selection if you were wondering. What's going on?
Did you see anything suspicious in the lot this morning?
No.
Didn't hear anything out of the ordinary, like maybe a girl screaming?
No. Is this going where I think it is, like someone got hurt there?
A girl was murdered and her body was dumped in the lot this morning.
Oh, man. Really?
Do you know anything about that?
No. God.
Mr. Raw, do you have a criminal record?
No.
I understand you took an assault collar 2 years ago.
I was never convicted of anything. I thought that's what you meant.
Arrests as well as convictions.
Accidentally, one time, I hit my mom. I was taking some allergy medication and had a bad reaction to it, which the doctor said later was fairly common. And I got disoriented and hit her. She didn't press charges, and I never took the medication again.
Are you on any other kind of medication, Mr. Raw?
No.
Have you been in the hospital recently?
No. It's an accident. I felt terrible afterwards. I still do.
Do you know the name Heather Peterson?
No. It was she who died? And you think because I hit my mom that I did it?
Did you, Mr. Raw?
No. That's absurd. That's laughable.
Then I don't want to waste any more of your time. But to satisfy my boss, I am going to have to search your car. Would you have a problem with that?
Will you do it fast so I can get out of here?
As soon as I get the keys.
Go nuts.
You hurt me, and I swear I'll sue.
You know the name Estelle Haywood?
No.
So you didn't make 15 calls to her apartment over the last 2 weeks?
I've never heard of her.
Whose phone is that?
I borrowed it off a friend.
Name and number of your friend.
Sam Reiser. I can't think of his number right now.
But you're trying to scam me now, Paul? Because I'm not some defenseless shut-in. I'll kick your ass.
For what?
The Canadian lottery ring a bell?
No.
But you want to do 5 years in jail and make a deal for probation.
I still have no idea what I've done.
Give the money back, I'll go to bat for probation. Keep whining about lawsuits and how you're innocent, I'll go to Estelle Haywood's granddaughter, who's a Manhattan DA. Now tell her burn the sorry scumbag.
District Attorney? I don't have the money.
Then you're getting locked up.
No, I mean, I have some of it. I play the horses.
How much is some?
Almost half.
Where?
Home in a shoebox.
Let's go.
So?
Talked to all the cops. She was banging. Nobody knew anything about her.
You want to be in an easy score?
Yeah, all these stand-up guys. So we spent the last hour shaking down junkies and pros near the crime scene. A big zero. You search that guy's car?
Yeah, no blood, nothing broken, pretty clean.
Too clean?
No, I look for that. It just looks normal.
You got anything on him past the assault collar?
No further record, no outstanding warrants. His boss says he's a pretty quiet guy. Nothing else.
Okay.
Detectives, I get a minute in private. How's the case going?
What is it, Laughlin?
Word is it's not going so well.
What do you want?
I've been talking to some of the guys, and everybody's saying that you're not looking to jam us up because the girl was a little young. That was my concern.
All right, you got something?
I just don't want to look uncooperative and buy trouble for something other guys are skating on.
Get to it.
She had a guy who was bothering her.
What does that mean?
Harassing her, and then one time he followed her home.
What was the guy's name?
She said it once. I don't remember it.
So you never looked into it?
Well, what am I gonna do? Muscle the guy in an alley? And then if the guy finds out I got a relationship with the girl and complains to the job, I'm screwed.
You are something else.
Where was she seeing this guy to get harassed?
Some market she passed on the way to school.
Which is where?
In her neighborhood, some bodega.
Was this guy's name Craig? Maybe Craig Rawl?
Yeah, that sounds right. That was it.
Dumb son of a bitch.
Hey, is Craig Rawl out of the building yet?
He just took off in his car.
Unbelievable. We got an address on him.
Yeah, 9th Street. It's in my notes.
Well, what's going on?
You're an asshole. And your timing sucks.
Excuse me for trying to help.
Thanks, Josh.
Anytime.
Failure to appear warrant. Stealing car stereos.
Car stereo, one. And it wasn't me who stole it.
Raymond, you want to talk deal? Give us a reason a crime wave crashed on your block. Or don't, and you're in jail tonight.
It's this crazy old dude, Joe Whitaker. He don't know when to stop.
Joe Whitaker, who lives in the building across the street from you?
Who got stabbed in the chest today and the crap kicked out of him sometime this morning?
Don't know nothing about that.
What do you know?
He damn near raped my sister last night.
What happened?
She's out all night, come home 8 o'clock in the morning. And like I'm supposed to be watching her while my pops is out of town. So when she comes home, all mussed up, the back of her clothes all dirty, I'm like, what's up?
And she said Joe Whitaker mussed her up and got her all dirty?
At first, she didn't tell me nothing, but down the line, she admitted he pulled up on her in his car and made her get in.
Did what?
Started feeling all over her, telling her how pretty she was and how he wanted to get with her. She had to fight him off, then he kicked her out the car into the dirt.
Then you went over to his place this morning and put a beating on him.
Hey, I went to go talk to him. He took a swing at me first.
Then he paid you back with a Molotov cocktail on your doorstep.
Which you repaid by stabbing him in the chest.
Don't recall that.
Raymond, you level with us, or there's no hope for a deal.
I beat on him and stuck him with the knife, but just barely. I mean, he damn near raped my sister.
Write it down and we'll go talk to Soraya.
Ain't she been through enough?
We'll be gentle. Get writing.
Thanks, Lisa.
I'd really like to get to the hospital now. See my grandma.
We need to talk about what happened to you last night, Soraya. How, Mr. Whitaker nearly raped you?
Right.
So what happened?
I was walking home from school, and he grabbed me, and he took me in an alley.
Oh, you told your brother Mr. Whitaker drove you around in a car all night.
Joe Whitaker didn't attack you at all, did he?
Did you stay out all night and make up an excuse?
No, I did not. Raymond just came up with it on his own.
Explain yourself.
I was out with my boyfriend, and when I got home, Raymond got all in my face.
Why didn't you tell him the truth?
Because he'd have beat on me, and he would have beat on my boyfriend.
How'd he get to Mr. Whitaker?
Whitaker used to live next door, and his cigar would stink up our apartment. So we got in this huge fight with him about it. After that, he'd hassle me and Raymond in the hall, and he got in fights with my dad. He had to move out because of it. And now, whenever we see him on the street, he hassles us.
So he just automatically thought Mr. Whitaker?
I might have kind of pushed him in that direction, but just to shut him up.
But he ran with it.
I tried to calm him down, but he went crazy. And Whitaker, burning our car and shooting at us? I let it go too far, but can I please go home now?
No, you can't go home. You wasted our day with this crap. Now we're gonna waste your night sorting it out.
No, you don't understand. Raymond called our father to come home from Philadelphia when my grandma got shot. If he gets to Whitaker before he knows the truth, my God.
Start writing. We'll go safeguard Mr. Whitaker.
Mr. Rawl. Yeah, he's in there. I hear him moving.
Craig, open the door. We just want to talk to you a second.
Hey, got some follow-up questions for you, Mr. Rawl. Why don't you open up?
Well, I told the other detective everything I know.
It won't take a minute. Lose the chain, and we'll get it out of the way.
I have to go now.
And he's got a gun.
Drop it! All right, you're gonna be all right.
Pellet gun. I'll call for an ambulance.
Don't call nobody.
What's going on? I'm
me an ambulance.
We gotta have a conversation first.
I'm bleeding. You shot me.
Craig, the topic of this conversation is Heather Peterson.
Well, kid I've never heard of.
Oh, you never hassled her at the market you work at? Never tried to talk to her and got shut down?
She told her boyfriend Ann put it in her diary. Craig Rawl, the guy at the market.
She's a liar.
And if you're wondering, can we compare the slugs from your pellet gun to the ones we took out of her neck, the answer is yes.
Please just go to the hospital.
You got a problem with your temper, don't you?
No.
Were you mad at Heather Peterson for some reason?
No.
Did it have something to do with sex? Because we know that was her thing. You concentrate, Craig. Concentrate or we'll let you bleed to death right here.
Some people, for some reason, just don't like talking to me.
Would that start to gnaw at you?
Yeah. People call to Jerry and call me a creep. Yeah, that can gnaw at me.
He works at the market too, Jerry?
Is her hair and arms and too tight pants that they talk to for some reason?
What, did Heather have a thing for him too?
She had sex with him in the storeroom. I saw it.
And you just wanted some too, huh?
She gave it to him, that little whore. But no, I'm a creep.
Is that what she said this morning? She called you a creep?
I tried to talk to her just to ask her what's so wrong with me, you bitch whore.
And she put up a fight?
Slapping me and punching me. I had to calm her slutty ass down.
So you just shot her with your pellet gun, huh?
Just a little pop. But she flipped out, so I gave her a second one. And all was quiet.
Is that when you pulled her pants off and had sex with her?
Yeah. Whore.
Oh, don't you say that word again. Don't you say nothing until I tell you to. Get an ambulance.
What's going on?
Do it! Or I'll blow your head off!
Move it! Move it! Police! Drop the gun!
He's cut his nuts off first!
No one's getting cut, and you're going to drop the gun.
He tried to rape my child! Did not!
Mr. Dobbs, let's talk about it.
He cuts his nuts off, or I kill him! You better start shooting, cause I ain't cutting no nut.
Hurt him, and we'll kill you. And no one wants that.
Especially since no one got raped, Mr. Dobbs.
He tried! Did not!
He's telling the truth. Soraya lied about it.
What are you talking about?
She lied about being raped because she was out all night and needed an excuse.
I want to hear her say that.
Come down to the station house. She'll tell you.
Then why did he set fire to my car?
Because your son beat him up for something he didn't do.
And fired a gun at my family?
Because Raymond stabbed him. This got out of control real quick over nothing, and you doing him harm just makes it worse.
Mr. Dobbs, right now, everything can be explained if we talk to the DA. The stabbings and the fire, it might all cancel out. But if you hurt Mr. Whitaker, you're going to jail, and your son's going with you. End of story.
Then I want him to apologize for that damn cigar and give my daughter asthma. Oh, I'm sorry about the damn cigar.
Both of you drop your weapons.
Should have said that years ago.
Get your pants up.
Heard you call it up.
He gave a statement at the hospital. He's still getting patched up.
Did it have anything to do with her work as an auxiliary cop?
Unrelated.
Okay. So, you called?
Yeah, I got a guy in.
A scam artist?
Yeah, he copped to ripping her off, and I told him I'd push for probation if he gave the money back, but he only had half.
How much?
She gave him $5 grand total.
She can't go losing that kind of money.
Look, Valerie, she's very embarrassed over all this. And more than that, she's terrified you'll put her in a home.
I don't want to. But am I supposed to just let it slide until the next scam comes along?
Well, I think this winds her up.
I need to talk to her about it.
You can't do that. Now, she made me promise to tell you that this was a legit investment and she got her money back.
I don't know if I can honor that.
All right, press her on, she'll stop talking to you. Come on, Valerie, don't give me up. I don't need to see any more of that Haywood wrath.
Haywood wrath? Thanks for your help. You available for dinner sometime?
Yeah.
I'll find you.
You rang?
In here.
Nice bouquet, Lou.
Let's go.
So, you got the guy?
You can wipe your hands now, huh?
All right, what am I doing here?
We're thinking if you'd have done something about it when she brought him up, she'd still be alive.
Hey, I know a lot of girls, and if I looked into every guy they whined about, I could start a business.
It's good you're thinking about other means of employment.
What does that mean?
We're giving you a choice. Turn in your badge or we go to IAB.
You're joking.
You got 2 days.
This is some personal thing you got for me.
Nothing personal.
So everybody else who nailed it, they're gone too?
That's up to you. You're no good at the job, Laughlin. One way or another, you're gone.
That's a rat move. And it's gonna get around, I promise you.
Get out of the building right now.
You couple of no good pricks.
Out now, or you'll have more than IAB to worry about.
I took a cooking class 2 years ago. Most of it, whoosh. A few things, though.
It's delicious.
Thank you. What?
I just, it's hard to associate you with domestic things.
I guess in some ways I grew up a little.
It suits you.
Thanks. This is nice.
I agree.
You know, I don't want to get ahead of things, but I always said that if I ever got a second chance, I'd do whatever it took not to screw it up.
It means a lot.
Anyway.
Angela, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about you, too. But let's go slow.
Okay. Slow is good.
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, John.
Hey,
Hey, kiddo.
how's it going?
Good. I'm reading the paper. Nothing good in it. It's a nice shirt. One more.
Oh, hold off. Let's get a table.
No mas.
How many you had?
Don't, John.
I'm just not used to this. You used to be a 2-beer guy.
I'm enjoying life. Hey, what was that line? From The Godfather. I'm drinking more wine. And then Michael says, it's good for you, Pop. So ease up, kiddo.
Big case today. Auxiliary cop got murdered. 17-year-old girl.
Yeah. You call her up?
We did.
Good for you. Well done.
It was rough, though. Turned out a bunch of uniformed cops were screwing her.
IAB get involved?
One of them put in for retirement, but the others wasn't worth it.
Judgment calls are tough. Especially when fellow cops were involved.
We cleared it, though.
You know what? Let me hit the head. We'll get a table. You can tell me about it.
How often does he come in and don't bullshit me?
Pretty much every night.
Drinking like this?
All right, on 3 this time. So like 1, 2, and then go on 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. I won.
Well, you gotta count the balls up first.
I have the most.
You always have the most.
Come on, count them up. What do we got?
9, 5, 4. I win again.
Okay.
One more.
Theo, hold off a second, then we'll play the next round, okay?
One more.
We want to ask you something first. Come here. Sit here. We've been talking, and it seemed like a good idea, so I think in a couple of weeks, we're going to move in with Connie and the baby. So That'll let us spend more time together, and it's bigger, so there'll be more room for everybody.
Me and your dad will have a room, and when the baby's old enough, you guys can share.
Won't that be fun, having a little sister?
I like my room.
I know, but I think you're gonna like it there even better.
I don't want to.
Well, don't you want to spend more time together?
I want my room.
But you'll get to share with the baby.
I don't want to share with the baby.
Theo, this is a good thing.
No, it's not.
Don't raise your voice.
I don't want to.
Theo, where are you going? Theo? Give him a couple days, get used to the idea. He'll be fine.
Sure.
Resisting change is a strong Sipowicz trait.
I'm not worried.
Nah, me neither. Yeah, I'm gonna. Look at this.
Hey, what's he doing back?
Good to see he's lost that smug grin. I'd like to take off with a belt sander.
Detectives. So the welcome back party you thrown for me, that's after the tour.
You're gonna like this a lot better than our old place.
No, I won't.
Come on, Theo.
I won't. I hate it.
Okay, Theo, let's go. Your bath's ready.
I'm tired today.
Well, the bath will wake you up. Come on. Things okay at your new school? Been pretty quiet about that.
It's fine.
You make any new friends?
No.
Theo wet his bed again. 3 nights in a row now.
You talked to him about it?
I will. Where's the clean sheets?
Sheets are still dirty.
I thought you did the laundry.
4 loads of baby stuff, then we ran out of detergent. We were supposed to pick some up.
Connie, you need to remind me with that. I mean, I got a few things on my mind.
I got a few things on my mind, too.
Look, I'm not trying to start something here.
Neither am I. It's just the division of chores is getting a little uneven.
You want me to do the laundry? I've done plenty of laundry.
She's colicky. Okay.
Theo, you in the tub yet?
Leave me alone.
Andy, your pager. I'm just trying to settle her.
Elaine Kopek beat with the drill. Thorough job.
Any sign of breaking?
Oh, the place looks secure.
Who called it in?
Super. I haven't talked to him yet.
We got it.
We started canvas.
Detective Sipowicz and Clark. What's your name?
Neffy.
Neffy?
Neffy Concepcion.
So you found a body, Neffy Concepcion?
Rang, knocked, and I let myself in.
Who got you here?
Toilet leak. She said be here 9 a.m. exact. 9:01, I would have heard about it.
She live alone?
With her husband, a lawyer. Always working.
You know if they fought?
Mrs. Kopek? She fought with everyone.
You putting down tiles?
Licks and locks only. She hired legal for that.
Who?
Orlando something. We didn't talk.
Glue's wet. Guy left in a hurry.
Where are we gonna find this Orlando?
We didn't talk.
I got that part.
No idea. But he probably did this. He's Mexican.
And you're what, Swedish?
Puerto Rican. I'm an American.
According to who? The Miss America pageant? I guess I missed that 51st star in the flag.
We'll be in touch if we have some questions.
Yeah.
Going through a little adjustment period?
Does it show?
Thanks.
The lieutenant's back.
Yeah, I see that.
Where's Jones and Medavoy?
They're responding to a DOA on Hester.
Welcome back, Lou.
Thanks.
Yeah, hi. I need to schedule a 3-month checkup for Michelle McDowell with Dr. Graber.
What's going on with your case?
Husband's on his way in.
The handyman they were using was an illegal. We don't have an address or a last name.
We're hoping the husband can point us to him.
Sounds good.
But is there any way we can kind of narrow down the time frame? Because last time I waited an hour to see him.
No, I understand.
Busy already, huh?
You know how stuff backs up?
The funeral was tough, I imagine.
Sad. Seeing the folks that way. Good people.
The word I gave the squad was that he was an old friend and you're not looking to rehash.
I appreciate that.
If you need anything.
It means a lot that I can rely on you.
Hey, DOA's a brother. Stabbed in the chest. Bum over here called it in. The guy stinks like a German Shepherd.
How'd he wind up finding a body?
I didn't get there yet.
Yeah, we'll keep enjoying your coffee there, Laughlin. Yeah, don't worry about all those pesky details. It's Artez Foster, West 3rd. His blood's dry. He's been here a while.
Bunch of picnic-type food in the back.
I got an ID card here. Charity called the Mara Hope. Made out to Omar Givens.
Let's talk to this guy. Hey, Aqualung. Detectives Medavoy and Jones.
Kevin Gansler. Everybody calls me Boner.
Let's just stick with Kevin.
So how'd you find the body?
Walking by, saw him, called 911.
And you were here because...
kind of in between residencies.
Tell me something, Kevin. If we run that car for Prince, yours coming up?
Figured he was sleeping it off. Door wasn't locked.
So you just thought you'd help yourself?
To the food in the back seat. I laid off once I saw he was dead.
You got a record, Kevin?
Some minor pot stuff.
You're sticking around.
Why?
Why do you think?
Hey, Laughlin, hold him if it's not too much of a problem.
Come here.
Thanks for coming down, Mr. Kopech. I understand how difficult this is, but you helping out's important.
I understand.
When'd you see your wife last?
Last night.
Not this morning?
We keep separate bedrooms. I left for the office before she got up.
You two live alone?
Yes, now. Our son Marshall moved out a few months ago.
Notice anything unusual on your way out?
No.
Your wife have any enemies?
Elaine was difficult. Temperamental.
Is that a yes?
I can't think of anyone who would do this.
She difficult towards you?
I learned to live with it.
By keeping separate bedrooms, things like that?
That's right.
And what time exactly did you see her last?
10:30. I did some research online till 2, then to bed. Got up at 6. By 7, I was in the office. If you need this verified, the website's got a log, and my assistant will confirm the time I got in.
You've been preparing for this, Mr. Kopech, taking notes?
I know a little bit about investigation procedures. I'm an attorney.
So reciting your agenda, that was giving us a little leg up?
To rule me out so that you can concentrate on who actually killed Elaine.
There's a little gap between 2 and 6 in the morning.
I was sleeping.
Anybody confirm that?
No. I didn't kill my wife.
You got any candidates for who did?
There was a handyman doing some tile work.
Who no one can seem to find.
Orlando Marquez, 2015 Avenue D.
Presto.
Now, if we're finished here, I've got some funeral arrangements to attend to.
We'll be in touch.
Have a seat, Omar. We found this card of yours in Ortez Foster's truck.
Cool. I've been looking for that. How you know Artez?
Mary Hope, we're both volunteers.
When'd you see him last?
at the barbecue yesterday at the Mason's Lodge for the kids.
Not after?
He drove me back to Brooklyn. And when I was waiting to do it, too. That's the type of guy he is, though. He'd give you the last shirt off his back.
And where was he headed, did he say?
This girl, Maisha, in Soho. They seen each other, I guess.
Artez was found dead in his truck this morning.
What?
Yeah, and the problem is, Omar, you're the last guy we placed with him.
You're not thinking... We've been tight since the day we met. Artez took me under his wing, like I was his project.
What kind of project?
He made out a life plan for me. That's what he called them, life plans. All about positive thinking, eating right. It didn't take, but that's all on me.
Nothing more from Artez after he dropped you off?
No.
You nervous about something, Omar?
Nah, why?
Because you've been chain smoking those candies since you walked in the door.
They're sugarless. Give my mouth something to do.
Yeah, huh?
Look, all I can tell you is what anyone would tell you who met the dude, okay? Artez was a hero. Ain't no way anyone that knew him would do this.
Your whereabouts from the time he dropped you off until this morning?
Hey. Neither of them fits Orlando's description.
Hey, grab those guys.
They're not running for their health.
Please, stop! Freeze, asshole! Stop!
Open the door. Let's go. Open up.
Momento.
Policía, abre la puerta ahora. Orlando Marquez.
No.
Hey. Police, don't move.
Salte.
Sí.
Tu nombre.
Orlando Márquez.
We got those two guys. They're both illegal. What do you want me to do with them?
Get him ID'd and cut him loose. We got who we came for. He's trying to explain a holdup on his green card application. Ya, basta, Orlando. No somos inmigración, ¿okay? Siéntate.
You speak English?
A little bit.
Do you know Elaine Kopek?
She call police? I don't want to have to call police.
Why is that?
She no pay. I work 5 days, 10 hours each day. Nothing, no money.
Did you get in a fight with her about it?
No.
What, didn't make you upset?
Yes, but what's she saying?
No. You first, Orlando. What happened this morning?
I asked for money. She said, work no good, tile no good. I said, you want tile this way, so is this way. She yelled and screamed, stupid idiots. I walk away.
You never put your hands on Mrs. Kopek.
What's she saying?
She's not saying anything, Orlando. She's dead.
Nah.
Did the fight maybe get a little worse than you're saying?
No.
She was calling you names, keeping money from you. Makes sense you lose your temper.
I walk away.
Leaving your money behind and your tools, Orlando. We want to help you, but you're not being honest.
First, no my tools. Her tools, so I leave. Second, no money, it's okay. Better listen, stupid idiot.
You've got an assault charge on your record.
My sister. Her boyfriend, he steal from her, so I go to him and we fight.
Well, Mrs. Kopek holding your money. That's like stealing from you. Makes sense fighting over what's yours in the first place.
No. I walk away from her.
To where?
To home. My wife. Her parents. I'm not even angry. I walk away.
Okay, in the cage, Orlando. You're sticking around a while.
I'll run it for the others.
Thanks for coming in, Mr. Kopek. You all right to answer a few questions?
Did you talk to the handyman, the tile guy? Because I know she was having trouble with him.
She mentioned that to you?
Well, she wasn't happy with his work, and they had words over it, fights.
She ever mentioned him threatening her?
Not specifically. Did you talk to the guy? What did he say?
Well, he's not looking too good for it, but we're working on it.
Because she said he was no good.
You moved out of your parents' apartment recently?
3 months ago.
Why'd you move out?
I got engaged. I moved into what's going to be my wife and my apartment after the wedding.
So your mom and dad, they got along?
They got along fine.
How long have they been sleeping in separate bedrooms?
A while.
Did they fight a lot?
No.
Did he ever threaten her?
Now you're insinuating that my dad was involved in this?
What do you think?
No. Wrong. No way.
So as far as you know, everything between them's been fine, non-traditional, but fine.
Yes.
How was your relationship with your mom?
I got along with her better than anyone. I understood her.
Can you account for yourself since last night?
Oh, now you're accusing me?
We just need to rule you out.
I was home. My fiance was with me all night. I went to work at 6:30. Benton Archer. It's a brokerage house.
All right, names, numbers, so we can confirm, then you're out of here.
A lot of nerve you two have got. A lot of balls. My mom got killed today.
Just trying to find out who did it.
Where you at?
We got a statement from the DOA's fat friend. I'm checking out his alibi. Baldwin's bringing up the DOA's girlfriend, the Maisha Houston.
The son's steering it back to the handyman.
Cop at the sector says he answered 2 domestic disturbance calls recently at their residence. The DOA and her husband basically going at each other's throats.
And I checked with family court, and they said Leonard Kopek filed for divorce 2 months ago.
So is his son covering up for the dad?
No, we don't know. The son was playing it pretty coy.
Coy? Hoo-hoo, give this guy a box of Cracker Jacks.
You never heard the word coy before?
Talk to the father again.
Were you attacked by a koi fish as a kid, or is that about something else?
Theo's wet in his bed. We don't know what to do about it.
Don't kids do that?
Not when he had the problem beat for 2 years.
Oh, new school, new room. He'll adjust.
I hope I did right by him with this move.
You know you did.
Yeah.
So, Maisha, you said that you and Ortez weren't dating anymore?
No, but we were still close. He was coming by to help me with my resume.
When were you expecting him?
By 8. And like most men, Ortez kept his word. By 8:15, I knew something had happened.
Your knowledge, he ever dabble in drugs?
No, never.
He sounds like a great guy. And why'd you break up?
He'd catch me reading Cosmo, sneaking an Oreo, and I'd get this look. Like I disappointed him. Garbage in, garbage out. That's what he'd say all the time. I couldn't meet his standards. I couldn't deal with the pressure.
Will anyone have a beef with him?
Lots of folks were jealous. They can't be like me, so they want to spite me. That's what he'd say.
No, I'm thinking more along the lines of an argument. Something recent.
We were at this club, Vingo's, one time. Ortez saw this guy yelling at some girl. Ortez went over and told him to leave her alone. They took it outside, and Ortez kicked his ass.
When was this?
A year ago?
No, recent. I'm looking for something recent.
Well, Ortez does have this second cousin, a guy named Elias. He's been in prison.
Have they been hanging out?
Ortez was mentoring him.
Mentoring him or sticking his nose in his business?
That's a good question.
Sorry to interrupt your morning period.
Funeral arrangements were made. My son's with his fiancée. I didn't see a point in wasting the day.
Cops ever respond to a domestic disturbance at your apartment, Mr. Kopek?
Raised voices were the extent of it. The Mortons think the building's a mausoleum.
What'd you fight about?
This is so tedious.
Well, her fault, your fault.
Things just didn't turn out the way either of us hoped. Occasionally it boiled over.
That why you filed for divorce?
I withdrew the petition.
Why?
I'm 58. We'd been together so long, I just couldn't go through with it.
Plus, things would have been pretty expensive, right?
How dare you?
I gotta tell you, Leonard, Those pesky 4 hours you can't account for are starting to nag at us.
Add in the domestic disturbance calls and being at work the day your wife's killed.
I did not kill my wife. You got an insurance policy we should know about? Mistress on the side?
I'm retaining counsel. Contact me again.
Save it. We'll leave you alone with your grief.
Yeah, thanks.
You talked to Leonard Coper?
Lawyered up.
DOA's phone dump just came back. A couple dozen calls to a Helen Eckery in the past few days, all of them short.
Helen, that's his son's fiancée.
We'll get her in.
Keep me up to speed.
You got a phone number for Eckery?
In here.
Any particular page?
Andy. I couldn't help overhearing a conversation with John before about Theo's bedwetting. It really got me thinking.
Did it?
Yeah. So, when my brother Clifford was born, I developed a nasty habit of taking dumps on the front lawn.
Metaboy.
My folks were wits' end. They kept sending me to doctors. Diagnosis was irritable bowel syndrome.
I'm drinking coffee here.
Point being, I was acting up on account of Clifford's arrival. Regressive behavior, they call it.
You saying that's what Theo's doing? Because he's jealous?
Something he may not even be conscious of. Kids his age are used to being the center of attention. Baby comes, that's over.
What'd your folks do?
They waited it out. I caught on. I still had a place in the family. Found my way back to the can. He's like you, Andy. Something new comes up, and you piss all over it, and then eventually you come around. And I'm just saying, give Theo some time.
Thanks, Metaboy.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Rodriguez.
May I ask what it's a reference to?
Rat squad, I guarantee you.
Who are they? Hey, you around tonight?
Yeah.
John.
Sergeant Snyder, Detective Becker, how are you?
What the hell's that?
Everybody stay here.
Knock yourself out.
Good boy, we got you.
Excuse me.
Well, that's not mine. That is not mine, man.
You're under arrest for the possession of narcotics.
No, this is crazy.
I'm taking your firearm.
Come on, man. I don't know how it got there.
Put your hands behind your back, detective.
You don't need to do that.
All right, this is bullshit. Going by the book, Lieutenant. All
It
right,
is
now.
not mine. Maybe somebody planted dope in my car. Don't cuff him.
Procedure, Lieutenant. All right, we have to do.
You know you don't have to do that.
Don't you get yourself in a jackpot.
You guys are out of your mind. This kid doesn't do drugs.
Back off.
John, I'll call the union. Get you a lawyer.
we talking about? A brick, a baggie? How much heroin?
Why the hell don't they answer the phone? Lou, you got some private line to the union? Because there's nobody picking up.
I'll get on it.
Is it something that could have fallen out of an evidence bag?
Unbelievable. Didn't fall out of anything. Somebody put it there. You get Haywood on the phone yet?
She's out of her office.
Yeah, there's no answer from a cell phone or pager. She must be in court.
Well, find someone who'll get a message to her. I want his rep and a lawyer at IAB before he gets there. They put him in cuffs like he's some kind of skell.
I got that guy you wanted, Elias Downing.
Put him in the room.
Which one?
Pick one.
It's that DOA's cousin. Did some time. They hang out together.
Take him.
Hey, boss, you know what?
I'll get on John's rep and lawyer. Everybody else get back to work.
In case you didn't notice, IAB just hauled out one of your detectives.
Well, it'll be a while before they interview him. Until then, there's nothing we can do. Talk to this cousin. The fiancée, Miss Eckery, whatever her name is, get her in. If you want to stick close to the squad today, I'll understand.
I'll be all right.
Where you going, Andy?
I got someone to talk to.
Sorry to hear about your partner.
I'd be more sorry for the guy who set him up.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. I had a cousin, straight A student. Found out she had a 200-a-day habit. I was completely blindsided.
I'm gonna find out. There's nothing I won't do to find out.
Good for you.
When I do find out, if it comes back to you, Laughlin, you better pray that there's people in the room when I come to take you in.
Hey, if your smackhead partner wants someone to blame, you should take a good long look in the mirror. So should you. Maybe if you had his back. Go ahead. Blow that pension.
What's going on?
Detective Sipowicz here is looking for contributions to the John Clark Legal Defense Fund. I passed.
Who's in charge here? You guys? Who can tell me why I got hauled in here?
We found your prints inside a car belonging to Artez Foster.
Yeah, so?
How you know Artez?
We cousins.
Where were you last night, Eddie?
Eddie? My name's Elias, and I was home.
Anyone with you?
Just my bed. This house party went 3 days, I was sleeping it off.
When'd you see Artez last?
Why?
Because we're asking. And you answer a question with a question again, we'll give you something else to sleep off.
Haven't seen him in weeks.
Yo, you got trouble, Elias, because Artez was found dead this morning.
Damn.
Now, where were you last night?
I already told you.
You and Artez tight?
I parted ways with that fool.
You sound pretty broken up. What, you two had a falling out?
Never had a falling in. I get out of jail, my mom asked his mom could he look out for me. Cause he like this do-gooder type.
Did he?
Freak wake me up to go jogging, take me to my PO, give me books to read. You know, the self-enlightenment crap. But the dude turned mother hen, I can't even go to the bathroom
Get to what happened the last time you saw him.
Coming back from this outlet mall on 17, we hit this diner. I wasn't hungry, but yo, his treats. So
Come on, what happened?
I order a Jack and Coke. He starts in how booze is the devil's urine. Garbage in, garbage out, that was his big line. All she wrote, told him to kiss my ass.
And this was when?
I told you, weeks ago. Me and him was done.
Get it.
Why?
Because your attitude sucks, your alibi sucks, and until we clear you, you're cooling off in here.
Then could I get a message to him? Then could I get a message to Sergeant Martens? Yeah, I know he's not there. I want to leave a message. You know what? I'll call back.
Union rep's on his way to IAB.
Lawyer?
Detectives Endowment Association's gonna get him a lawyer.
I don't want some half-assed DEA lawyer. He needs a name guy.
I'll call Valerie, have her put some names together.
Any chance of seeing him?
They barely acknowledge he's in their building.
What's up?
I'm trying to remember the name of this real shark defense attorney. He tore me to pieces on the stand once.
ME on your case. Autopsy on Ortez shows shortening, mustard, and chocolate in his chest wound.
Meaning what?
The knife that killed him saw a lot of action at the picnic table.
That help us?
Yeah, I think we got somebody to talk to. Can you lodge us Elias Downing? He's downstairs.
Hey, I remember it rhymed or something. Dan Davis, that's it. Real shark.
We're working on a lawyer. You work your case.
Helen Eckery to see Connie McDowell or Rita Ortiz.
It's Ortiz. This way, Helen.
Shouldn't I come too?
This won't take long.
I'd like to be there.
Marshall.
I don't want them badgering you like they did to me.
Marshall. Should get a soda.
I'll show you to the machine.
This way. So, Helen, how'd you get along with Mrs. Kopech?
Fine.
You have to think about it?
I'm distracted. Rough day.
We ran our phone records and found 16 short calls to you over the last week. What about?
Wedding arrangements.
You were planning the wedding together?
That's what she thought.
You didn't get along so great, did you?
There's a word to describe Elaine Kopech. I won't speak it, but it starts with a C.
How'd she show it?
Aggressively butting into my wedding plans, possessiveness over Marshall, hatred of me, and deriding my family, who happened to outshine hers like the sun to a light bulb. She was a big, fat C.
When's the last time you saw her?
2 weeks ago?
You weren't there this morning?
God, no.
Because if you were, we'll find out about it.
You think I killed Elaine? Please. I wouldn't waste my time. Wouldn't waste time I'd stolen from a bum.
Account for your last 24 hours.
At my apartment.
The one you share with Marshall?
No, can't cohabitate until after the wedding. Another bit of Elaine nonsense Marshall capitulated to. I was at my apartment.
Anyone vouch for that?
My brother and his wife. They're in from Radnor.
Marshall get along well with his mother?
Too well. It interfered.
Has it been escalating recently with the wedding and all?
I suppose. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I told him, her or me.
When'd you say it last?
2 days ago? Oh, come on. Marshall killing his mother? Not possible, ladies.
Can you account for him this morning?
He was at home.
He said he was with you.
So your position is heroin just appeared in your vehicle?
I'll say it again. It's not mine. I have no idea how it got there.
Look, if you're covering for a friend or a family member...
I'm not.
You know how this works, Detective. Now, absent proof that someone stashed heroin in your car, then it's on you.
Look at a uniform named Ed Laughlin.
A cop?
Yeah, who's been butting heads with me ever since I got to the 15th.
He ever threaten you?
Yeah. I mean, nothing specific, but there's bad blood. Ask around. I'm gonna get a fair shake now.
Detective Clark was just explaining to us how a cop set him up.
I'm all ears.
It's a waste of time.
Lose the attitude and tell us about this cop.
Ed Laughlin. He's a uniform. You know who he is.
And you're saying he framed you?
I'm saying he's who you should be looking at.
Any proof of his involvement?
I kicked his ass in a smoker. I made him put in his papers for sleeping with that auxiliary cop. But now he's back on the job. He still thinks I squealed.
Any direct proof?
But you tell me. Or did that idea to search my car just come to you?
Let's talk about you, Detective. When's the last time you vouched narcotics?
A few months ago on that money T-bust.
What quantity was involved?
60-something kilos.
Heroin, right?
I was never alone with it. Talk to Detective Sipowicz, McDowell, Ortiz. They'll verify that.
If you have a substance abuse problem, now's the time to tell us.
You gotta be kidding me.
You under any type of financial pressures, Detective?
This is crap.
You're not helping yourself here.
Well, let me help you. I don't have a drug problem or a personal problem or a financial problem or any problem except being set up. Got it?
Detective, we'll need a urine sample. Be advised, if you refuse, we'll seek a court order.
Yeah, fine.
I got no patience for you, Marshal, so stick to being honest. This will be painless.
Meaning it could be painful? What's going on?
You weren't with your fiancée this morning.
Yes, I was.
You were with your mom.
No.
Now is the time to tell the truth.
Did you even talk to the tile guy?
I have had a frustrating day.
Sorry to hear that.
Ordinarily, I would handle this calmly. But I am too full of frustration, and it is this close to boiling over.
I wasn't at my mom's this morning.
I got nothing against you, Marshal. I understand what you did.
I didn't do anything.
Your mom was a cold bitch who shoved you around, and his fiance is her carbon copy.
Don't you dare talk about Helen like that.
So I don't want to beat the crap out of you, but I don't think I'm going to be able to control myself.
You're out of your mind. Don't hurt me.
You went over there this morning, huh? To talk about her butting into your life? It escalated.
She kept saying if I married Helen, she'd never speak to me again, which is exactly what Helen was saying about my mother.
When did the drill come in?
She kept calling her names. The same names that Helen called her, and I just lost it.
The drill, Marshal!
Whore, slut, bitch, over and over and over, and I had to shut her up.
So you picked up the drill?
It was on the ground.
You picked it up and you whacked her with it to shut her up?
That was the first shot. The rest was... I was at my limit.
Okay, Marshal. All right.
He's looking at an A felony.
Oh, back up. What are we talking about?
Lab report came back. The weight is 4 ounces.
You're kidding me.
They just transferred him to a holding cell. Rita's on the way.
When's he being arraigned?
Probably sometime tomorrow.
Between the weight and them thinking he's a dirty cop, he's screwed as far as bail.
I don't disagree.
So he just sits in a cell.
I'll keep my ear to the ground.
You heading down there?
Yeah.
Anything he needs, anything I can do.
I'll be late.
I know.
I'll try to remember detergent on the way home.
I'll take care of it.
No, because I don't want to be shirking my duties at home.
Andy, don't take this out on me.
I'm talking about detergent.
No, you're not. I'm worried about John, too, so stop it.
I can't let him just sit in a cell. I gotta take care of this.
I want you to. Go.
This is wrong, bringing me in again. We already talked. We have no more time for this, Omar. Not today. We'll get a warrant to search your place. A knife, bloody clothes, we'll find something. And then you get no play. So be straight now or die in jail.
You got a little bit of a weight problem, don't you?
I'm big boned. But yeah.
Well, we don't see an opinionated guy like Artez letting that slide.
Artez ain't letting nothing slide.
How you dressed, ate, crapped. We talked to a lot of people knew him, and the same words kept coming up. Pushy, judgmental, in your face.
10 minutes with him, he find 10 things wrong with you. Even you. Do you send yourself positive affirmation letters in the mail? No. Okay, well, you're living your life wrong. That was Artez.
Something went down between you two. Him being a prick. That's gonna matter.
But you keep shoveling it. No one's gonna see that. All they're gonna see is you killing him, then lying about it. What you gotta understand is I'm a good person. Twice a week, I volunteer for the kids. What did Artez do? If I want a piece of leftover cake, I'm entitled. I've earned it.
Artez gave you a hard time about eating cake.
He's driving. I reach back for a slice, and he's all like, "Don't do it, Omar, don't do it." He pulls over, says I'm killing myself. Garbage in, garbage out. That's what he said. I can't let you do it, Omar.
Who made him king?
Exactly. Give me the knife, he kept saying. Have some dignity. I got my dignity. You want the damn knife, Artez? Here it is! Ugh! All this over cake? Over a piece of damn cake? He wouldn't shut up. Well, you showed him, didn't you?
Four ounces.
Yeah.
Bill's gonna be through the roof. If I even make Bill.
We're gonna work this out. Call your dad?
Not yet. He gets a word tonight, I'll find the bar.
You don't want him hearing this on the news.
I'll head over there tonight and tell him.
Yeah, good.
I need some time with Andy, okay?
Sure.
Those drugs weren't mine.
If I thought they were, I wouldn't be here.
I've been going through everything in my head. It's got to be Laughlin.
He's a good place to start.
He's the guy. I know it.
Anyone you know use?
Just informants, but none of them would burn me like this.
How about when you were narcotics? You ever transfer anybody in your car?
No, never. No, it's got to be Laughlin.
All right, I tracked down Martens. The warrant was based on an anonymous call.
Figured as much.
I'll check with our CI, see if anybody's got something on Laughlin we can use. And then tonight I'll start eyeballing his activity reports over the last few months. See who he's busted for heroin, amounts.
You went to the trouble of setting me up. My guess is he didn't leave a calling card. A lot of your great minds, they got their best thinking done when they were locked up. Gandhi, Mandela. So I work on my manifesto until I get out.
We're gonna clear this up, John. You'll look back, it'll be a bump in the road, nothing more.
You should take off, get back to Connie and the kids.
Bump in the road.
Just get me out of here.
Investigating cops was an internal affairs job. Where did you get deputized?
I'm not looking at cops, just one cop, you. I know it's a lot to go against your partner, but Clark was set up by Laughlin.
I can't help you, Detective.
You can't help me is a lot different than you saying that you don't know anything.
I don't know anything either.
So we're nowhere?
This just might take a little time.
So I gotta beat this at trial?
You might have to prepare yourself for that. Going to trial.
And I beat it how?
Neil Mazer, lives alone, gay-type literature around, advocate, so forth.
Shannon can run it. You go help with the traffic.
They got guys for that.
Then go lean against your car, but you get out of my sight.
By the way, I'm documenting all this harassment, every comment, every accusation.
Get out of here.
All right.
I gotta testify in court anyways. I'll see you after lunch.
You want him to bring you down too? Leave him alone. We got another DOA. The boss wants me and Rita to respond.
Yeah, go on. I got this.
Do you?
Connie, you made your point. Who called it in?
Neighbor found the door open, heard the TV on all night.
What?
I had to put my mom in a nursing home. I got 3 brothers, but none of them got the means, so I'm the one who's got to take care of her.
I'm sorry to hear that, Shannon. Maybe we can talk about it more in depth some other time.
I got kids. My wife's a stay-at-home mom. I'm the provider for my family.
Did you see Laughlin put drugs on Clark?
I'm not trying to be a martyr.
Did you see something?
I do my job, and I'm on my own business like everybody else.
Clark is in a cell right now. He's going to do time for this.
Do you have any other leads?
Don't feel me out for what else I got on the case.
Can I stay out of it is what I'm asking.
I know what you're asking now. Either you saw something or you didn't. Either you stop Clark from getting framed or you don't.
What happens to me as a cop?
What happens to you as a man if you don't? Be a man about this, Shannon. Did you see Laughlin plant heroin on Clark?
No, but...
But you saw something. You know something that can prove Laughlin did it.
Yeah. During the traffic stop, I saw Officer Laughlin remove a small package from under the driver's seat and put it in his pocket. Later in the radio car, Officer Laughlin got his personal bag out of the back and he put the package in it. I knew it must have been heroin.
What makes you so sure?
Since I've been on the job, I've seen hundreds of packages that contain heroin. Each baggie had a stamp on it, a red crown.
The heroin found in Clark's car had red crowns.
What else?
That night, end of tour, Officer Laughlin pulled a Slim Jim out of the trunk.
Clarify what a Slim Jim is.
It's a device used to gain entry to a locked vehicle. I asked Officer Laughlin what he intended to do with it, and he told me to look the other way on this one.
Tell him about the threats he made.
Days prior to the night I've been talking about, Officer Laughlin repeatedly stated he was going to get Detective Clark back.
Specifically?
Officer Laughlin said it was a street fight now between him and Clark. No rules, anything went.
And why did it take 2 days for you to come forward?
That doesn't make any difference. He's coming forward now.
Wait out in the hall, officer.
Once you void the arrest on Detective Clark, I'll notify the prosecuting DA not to proceed with the arraignment.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Not quite.
What else you need? A burning bush?
We got 2 cops and a detective all saying different things. Meanwhile, the drugs were found in Clark's car. Now, the way this is gonna go is I'll take it to my chief. No one's getting out of jail until we figure out what the hell is going on.
I can tell you what's going on. Detective Clark got framed by Officer Laughlin. Now, you want to continue with your investigation, that's fine. But Clark gets released now. Void the arrest, or I'll call the DA myself and tell him you dragged your heels.
I'll take care of it.
Quickly. That's how you took him in, that's how you're getting him out.
Busy squad you got here, Tony. You should start selling tickets.
Those phone calls you need to make to void the arrest, you can place them from my office, Captain.
Kim Walker, Paperboy founder.
Slashed up good.
The place is a little busted up, but no sign of break-in. That guy lives in the basement apartment, says she's a community activist. Haven't talked to him yet. Timothy Bosham.
Women take control. Don't let gangs run your life. All right, we'll take him.
Hello?
Mr. Bosham. Detectives Medavoy and Jones.
Look at them, circling like vultures.
What's that mean?
The neighborhood's gone to hell.
I understand she was trying to do something about it.
She ran a group, had meetings. Noble but futile, as you can see.
Can you think of anyone that might have done this?
Look around you. And I'm not saying that because they're black. They're drug dealers.
Were you home last night?
Slept at my mother's in Nyack. Scrabble night.
We got it. Thanks.
Got nothing for you.
Didn't ask anything yet. Why are you looking away?
She got nothing to say either.
I need you to get your head out of your ass. Reed Ortiz, 15 Squad. Idiots.
They're gonna lock up Laughlin. John's getting out of jail. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Close the door.
What's going on?
Close it.
Officer Laughlin, we're placing you under arrest.
Oh, you're joking.
Possession of drugs, official misconduct, obstructing governmental administration, and other charges that'll be determined by the DA's office.
Surrender your gun, your shield, and your ID.
Whoa, this is crazy. I didn't do nothing.
You get your day in court. Meanwhile, do what the hell I tell you to.
Go easy, we'll let you change out in the locker room. Keep flexing, you get processing your uniform.
This is that Clark thing. You think I set him up?
They know you did. You're done, Laughlin. Done.
Hey, let's go.
Getting arraigned?
You're going home. Shannon rolled on Laughlin.
You saw him plant the drugs in my car?
He saw enough.
Laughlin's getting locked up.
Yeah. Come on, it's done. It's over with. Come on.
I was beginning to think that...
Come on.
He looks good. Healthy.
He wasn't in a gulag, Medavoy.
Can't believe he's working the day.
I'm sure he gave you proper thanks, but you're getting more from me. Thanks, Andy.
Have Sipowicz run the case for you.
He already did in the car.
Anyone been working it?
A coworker said the gay DOA, Neil Mazer, was living with a Spanish guy, Arturo Jimenez, on parole, stock boy at a market on B.
We'll grab him.
Your guns and shield are still voucher downstairs. Welcome back.
Thanks. It's great to see you.
Hey. My man.
Welcome back, John.
Best I could do on short notice.
I appreciate it.
I'll put in some water.
Okay.
You got a minute for me?
Then we'll go.
Yeah, take your time.
Looking for Detective Ortiz.
She'll be back in a minute.
I got info on who killed Kim Walker, and I ain't got time to waste, so...
I'll be right with you. Rita, someone here in our DOA.
Let's go.
Hey.
What's your name?
Drita.
We were throwing a lot of attitude on the street, Drita. Why the change of heart?
Look, I got a name for you, that's it. No time for conversation.
Let's hear it then.
Shakedown. All right? We good?
Not quite. Who's Shakedown?
Banger, 2nd Avenue Parade, hangs at a record shop off 3rd.
You a banger too?
I knew this was stupid.
Tell us or we run you with the gang unit, find out anyway.
I roll with the Queen Bees.
You got a relationship with Shakedown?
I know his old lady, Rhonda.
Were you ever his old lady?
No.
So, delivering him to us wouldn't be about him hooking up with this new girl or pissing you off in some
Oh,
other
man,
way?
y'all got rocks in your head.
We've been burned before. Why Shakedown?
Look, Rhonda was on a different track. Kim was helping out.
With her outreach program?
Shakedown didn't dig it. He got in Kim's face, slashed the tires on Kim's truck. Bad stuff.
Where is he now?
Gone. That's why I say it's him.
Well, this is an awful good deed, Drita. What's in it for you?
I was in the program on the sly. Kim was a good lady. Stand up. Is that good enough for you?
Shakedown's real name.
Troy Wiggins. Can I go now?
Appreciate your help.
You do 9 months for assault, Arturo?
Yeah.
What was that all about?
I was at a bar. I was wearing a Bronco hat when this fool in a Raiders jersey came up and poured a beer on my head. So I took care of business.
Where were you last night?
I was at my girlfriend's parents' house in White Plains.
Girlfriend?
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
Because last night your old boyfriend, Neil Mazer, got killed.
You call me maricon?
If maricon means you and this Neil were hitting each other in the seat, then yeah, that's what I'm calling you.
Sit your ass back down, Arturo.
Right, all right. All right, I know Neil. But I don't want no confusion as to the deal was when I was living there, right?
All right. What was the deal then?
When I got out of Rikers, Neil gave me a place to crash. That's it.
55-year-old rich gay guy takes in an ex-con. So you were what, giving him career advice?
I said I'm no maricon.
Arturo, we're gonna find out what happened. So if you start to lie about one thing...
When I got out, me and my girl weren't talking, and I didn't have anywhere to go. So I stayed at Neil's till I got on my feet. A week into it, he comes in my room and climbs in bed. Starts rubbing down there. I get it now, man. Nothing is for free. So I close my eyes and pretend it's my girl.
Why'd you move out?
Comes into my room last week, and I see him tear open a condom. That's it, man. I told him to step, and I got out of there. Haven't seen him since.
How'd you and Neil meet in the first place?
Well, I was selling Rikers through a homeboy. Idalo Tavares.
What's Idalo's connection to Neil?
I don't know, man. They're pen pals or something. Anyway, when I was being released, Idalo knew about my situation. So he told me to ring up Neil when I got out, and that's what I did.
So we're not going to find any evidence of you being at Neil's last night?
Nope.
You didn't go back there to get another handout?
No.
You didn't go back there to close your eyes and pretend he was your girl again?
I told you I'm not a homo.
Sure you are. You take care of business last night, Arturo?
I was with my girl.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Sit down. Give us her information.
John, would you mind getting Mr. Bosham here situated in interview 3? Maybe get him some coffee?
How do you take it? Black. But only Sanka. And if not Sanka, then tea.
Timothy Bosham, our DOA Kim Walker, a downstairs neighbor.
Whatever happened to Shakedown?
Nowhere to be found.
He was locked up in Jersey, drunk and disorderly late last night.
So he's off the list. What's with Bosham?
Yeah, we got a call back from another tenant in the building. Said Walker and Bosham didn't get along. Said Bosham used to leave notes on her door. We went through a place, found the whole files worth.
Has Bosham got a record?
Oh, nothing.
Very particular man.
See where it goes.
Any calls from John's dad?
Nothing to hear?
He doesn't know John's out?
No, we're both trying to reach him, but he's not home. His cell's off.
You leave messages?
All over.
Okay, let's move on. We got higher priorities.
It's just a couple of follow-up questions, Mr. Bosham. Shouldn't take long.
Good. Trash can?
Well, how'd you get along with Kim Walker?
Fine.
Didn't live too loud for your taste?
Her levels could be a little irksome.
Loud stereo, people talking.
She used her apartment for a meeting hall.
You ever have words with her about it?
Why are we having this conversation?
You left her a lot of nasty notes.
Please keep your music at a respectable level. That's nasty.
Well, the noise level of last night's meeting only served to prove you're not only as attractive as a gorilla, you're just as conscientious.
That was a joke.
Oh, they're fighting words. Trust me.
That was an outrageously loud evening.
She have another one last night?
I wouldn't know. I was at my mother's, like I said, in the street.
You didn't pay her any kind of visit?
No.
We'll find out if you did.
Are you actually accusing me of killing another human being?
It's clear you're a guy with a temper. If it got away from you, tell us now before we start looking at you for planning something out.
Oh, please. I didn't kill Kim Walker. I told you. Third time now. I was at my mother's in Nyack.
Anything on him?
Check his alibi. It's a real whack job, though.
Whack job was gonna lose his teeth before this is over with.
Detective Clark, your father's downstairs. He gathered all the uniforms around and said he wanted to make an announcement. I think he's been drinking.
He's a good kid, good son. But if that doesn't make any difference to you, then all you need to know is he is a good cop.
Oh, man.
I know there's guys in this precinct who tried to ruin his career, tried to ruin his life over some rumors. Come on, Dad. Come on. But that ends now. John is not with Internal Affairs.
Dad.
I am. Was. Because I put in my papers, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you do have a problem with it, you take it up with me. But you leave my son alone. He didn't do nothing. You leave him alone.
His dad meant well.
Yeah, so did Custer. Where's Jones and Medavoy?
They're bringing in this LeVar Rush. Crime scene looked at his prints in Kim Walker's apartment.
LeVar's got ties to the 2nd Avenue Preds. Same gang that was hassling the DOA.
Sorry about all that.
Don't worry about it.
What's going on with our case?
Arturo's alibi panned out. I kicked him 10 minutes ago.
How about this guy, Idalo at Rikers, who Arturo said hooked him up with the DOA?
Got life for killing his girlfriend's ex. Let's go talk to him.
Full day.
You get your dad home all right?
Yeah. Got him in a cab.
You okay?
Fine. Let's hit it.
So it says here that you were sentenced to 3 years in Wallkill for robbery assault, LeVar. And you did every day of it.
Yeah.
Someone decide you don't get along with you, just like fight.
Only get so much out of hoops and bench press.
But you a funny man. You run with the 2nd Avenue Preds?
I don't run with a gang.
That's not what our gang unit says.
They wrong.
You ever been by an apartment building at 1820 Avenue B?
Doubt it.
You know a woman named Kim Walker?
No.
Ran an entire gang program getting female bangers out of the life. It doesn't ring any bells?
Does not. What's up?
Kim Walker was murdered early this morning, and your fingerprints are in her apartment.
What'd you say that address was again?
Here we go.
No, I might have been there. I was just breaking your ass a little.
Yeah, well, you done? Because we got ways of breaking ass, too. 1820 Avenue B.
Yeah, I've been there.
Early this morning?
Nah, a week ago. She was putting stuff in my girl's head. I just wanted to put a stop to it.
You get physical?
Nothing physical needed. I laid out my case. She heard it, calm and cool, and I split.
Account for yourself early this morning.
I was in bed with my girl getting my bag lapped.
Lucky lady, got a name?
Drita Lopez. Is there a problem?
You're sticking around.
What's up, y'all?
Detective Sipowicz and Clark. What's going on? Thanks for talking to us.
No problem. What precinct you guys from?
15th.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know Neil Mazer, Ridala?
Sure, I know Neil.
How?
This inmate letter writing program thing, we wrote back and forth. He took interest in my case. Come down and visit sometimes.
You hooked him up with an Arturo Jimenez?
Yeah.
More like you pimped Arturo out.
I got the hint after a while Neil was gay and he liked Latinos. Guys I knew they were getting out, good guys looking to make it on the outside. I'd set him up with Neil. I'd tell them to walk around with their shirts off and he'd give them room and board. Anything beyond that was their business.
What was in it for you?
Neil was looking into my case, looking to maybe get me a lawyer. Why the trip out to Rikers?
Neil got killed last night.
Can you point us in a direction?
On the off chance that you happen to be a what's in it for me type, we saw that you're heading up to Attica in a few weeks. You help us with who killed Neil, we'll get you to Sing Sing, a little closer to the city.
Jose Rincon. He got out a month ago. Jose heard about Neil and he made contact with him when he got out without me knowing about it. Neil said Jose was trying to shake him down for money.
All right. Jose's the guy who'll get you transferred to Sing Sing.
You don't need to do nothing. Neil was good to me. He helped me. This is me helping him.
On the gate.
This is great. You don't think people saw you dragging me out of my place? You don't think that's gonna get back to people?
LeVar rushed your old man.
So what?
Where was he last night?
I don't know. Out with his boys.
You said he was with you.
All right, yeah. I'm getting the days confused. He was with me.
You ever go by Kim Walker's apartment? You ever been inside?
She wouldn't let him inside.
Because he threatened her?
One time, he came by during a meeting. But he never went inside. He just stood on the street.
What, reading out poetry?
Screaming and throwing beer cans at her window. It happened once. I quit going to see Kim. He laid off. And what's up your ass about LeVar?
Well, we're curious how his print wound up in Kim's apartment.
He wasn't with you last night, was he?
I said I got the days mixed up.
You're protecting him. You've been doing it all day.
How?
Giving up this shakedown. You damn well knew was locked up.
I swear to God, I didn't know that.
No, you were giving us a tail to chase to throw us off LeVar.
He was with me last night.
You got kids with him?
Little boy.
Makes sense not wanting to send his dad to jail. But is it right, him getting away with this?
Man, come on.
No. Look. 17 stab wounds. She deserved that?
No.
Then why are you lying for the guy who did it?
I got a whole life I'm involved in.
A bad one? She tried to get you out of?
I don't back up my man. Ain't nobody gonna look me in the eye ever again.
This lady was your friend. She tried to help you. All you're doing is sticking up for the guy who killed her.
He wasn't with you at all last night?
Not last night. Not this morning. Son of a bitch.
Pick it up for me, that's right.
Jose Rincon?
Yeah. I'm gonna get back at you later, all right?
When's the last time you seen Neil Mazer?
Don't know no Neil Mazer. At least by name, anyways.
You know, the old gay guy you found out through Idalo Tavares?
Okay, now Idalo? Him I know.
Yeah, I think you know more than that, Jose. Let's talk about this down at the station house.
You guys hassling me because of what Idalo Tavares told you? Well, you in business with the snake, fellas. That's all he do is play people.
We'll talk about it down there.
Look, me and Idalo, we went at it in Rikers. It's had a hard-on for me ever since. Now, I never heard of no Neil, whatever his name is.
Let's go.
I didn't do nothing.
Come on.
Oh, son of a bitch, get your hands up. Yeah, most guys who don't do nothing tend to run.
It ain't like that. That's why I ran. I owe time. I knew you guys would find it if you searched me.
Planning ahead. That's good, Jose.
Yeah, well, do your thing, man.
Come on.
Send me to Rikers. Have a little conversation with Idalo.
Come on.
Oh, man, what's up? What y'all so freaked out about?
Look, we talked to Drita. You weren't with her last night.
The bitch ain't backing me up? Bitch is lying.
Oh, that's how you gonna put it to the judge? Bitch is lying?
You need a sympathetic angle, LeVar. I'd start with the ideas Kim was putting in Drita's head and how that was threatening your manhood.
You calling me a punk?
Kim promoted education, right?
That don't make me a punk.
Yeah, but who's cleaning the house when Drita's in school? Who's making the meals? Were you putting on the apron?
Hell no.
But that's what Kim expected, right? A whole division of labor type thing that doesn't exactly fly in your social structure.
Yeah, you're the man. You bring home the dough. But Kim didn't get that. They got violent.
I told you. Her and me, we had a conversation about that.
Yelling from the street isn't a conversation. We're talking about going to her place this morning.
Wasn't there, it wasn't me.
We're past that. Question now is, how did it go bad?
It wasn't me.
Wasn't me, and bitches lying is a sorry defense. But if that's what you want to go with, you're going in the cells. We'll get the DA. Come on, get on your feet.
Y'all locking me up?
You lied about your alibi, your fingerprints in her apartment, so yeah, I'd say so.
Whoa. Can I ask a question? Say somebody was involved, but he was put up to it. Is there a way to defer the prosecution?
Defer the prosecution? You mean like spread the blame around?
Like, say someone got a key to an apartment. The person who gave him the key, do they get some too?
Yeah, they might get most of it. The prosecution, I mean.
Yeah, but that's only with a full disclosure of what happened, or you get the whole prosecution.
Who gave you the key to Kim Walker's apartment?
Downstairs neighbor, a white guy.
Like Timothy Barsham?
I wasn't doing jack. I was buying juice in a bodega. Whiteness rolls up, offering me a key to this lady apartment.
Why?
He saw me yelling from the street that time and said we had a mutual interest in seeing her run off. He also said she had some nice stuff up in her crib. He said smash the place up and write get your ass out on the wall and take her stuff. All good.
But how'd she end up with all those stab wounds?
Bitch walked in on me in the middle of it. I said, sit down. She said no. I said, sit your ass down. She slapped my face.
Blame it on a strong will, then.
Bitch wouldn't listen to reason.
Can you stop calling a bitch long enough to get it on paper?
And the prosecution get deferred?
Yeah. We'll look into it. Start writing.
Find Jose?
Yeah. The same Jose Rincon who shanked you in a shower 3 months ago.
So?
So we can't help feeling a little worked here, Adalo. Like you had us go lock up one of your enemies who had nothing to do with how Neil Mazer got killed.
I had a beef with Jose, that's no lie. But he did mess with Neil when he got out. And if Jose's saying different, he's lying to save his ass.
Jose alibi's out for last night. He didn't kill Neil.
I didn't tell you he did it. I said he's someone you should look at.
We checked into your case. The DA said that you had an appeal that was dismissed a few months back. Your lawyer was paid for by Neil.
I told you, Neil was helping me out.
But the DA said that Neil pulled the plug on your lawyer the night before your final hearing.
I didn't know that. All I heard was that I lost the appeal.
Hey, we know this goes through you.
Yeah. I tunneled out, killed Neil, tunneled back in before bet check. You guys crazy?
No, you pushed the button on him. You had one of your boys do it.
You guys are way off, man.
You pipeline Neil a bunch of shirtless Hispanics in exchange for him paying your bills. Arturo goes over there, he doesn't put out, Neil blames you, and he cuts off the finances.
Way off.
Last chance, Hidalgo. You got a life sentence to serve. If you point us in the right direction, we'll transfer you to Sing Sing. That's a half hour from New York, instead of 5 hours away like Attica.
Attica's fine with me. I have an aunt and uncle who live upstate that my family can stay with when they visit. More important, I don't know who killed Neil. This guy was my only hope on the outside to get my case overturned. I wouldn't kill my only hope.
If you are screwing with us, Adalo, you are screwing with the wrong cops.
I'm telling you the truth, man. You don't want to believe me, then don't believe me.
Anti-crime picked up a guy driving a DOA's car, Chris Aguilar. Heard of him?
Not so far. I'll hit the computer, run him through Bads.
Dragon Baldwin?
Bringing in this Timothy Boston.
Aguilar will be up in 10 minutes.
You want to cook tonight?
Thought I'd pick something up.
It's been 4 nights of takeout.
Haven't exactly had time to cook. I've been a little busy.
You're right. Takeout's fine.
Tomorrow we'll start cooking.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I have to admit, Mr. Basham, you don't look like the type to do a violent murder.
Pardon me? Yeah, we talked to LeVar. He's giving a statement right now.
Who's LeVar?
LeVar Rush, who's crapping his pants from witnessing your little display of psychotic behavior.
What the hell are you talking about?
You killed Kim Walker. LeVar begged you to stop, but you kept stabbing her and stabbing her.
Yeah, you want to talk to LeVar about it? He's downstairs right now.
Yeah, I would like to talk to LeVar because that's a flat-out lie.
Well, it made sense to us. Now, you had a close relationship with the previous tenant, Mrs. Cirillo?
She was my friend.
We hear you were pretty upset when she moved out. And the prospect of a new tenant got you all riled up.
I had natural trepidation.
That LeVar said evolved into a natural murder plan.
Nonsense.
Now, you had a key to Mrs. Cirillo's apartment to bring her groceries, right?
So?
Well, the door to Kim Walker's apartment was open with a key.
LeVar tells us you brought him in to do a minor robbery, and then you flipped out.
How could I flip out when I was with my mother in Nyack?
Anyone else vouch for you?
No.
Because mothers have been known to lie for their sons. And I won't stand up in court.
LeVar has a key, Mr. Basham. We know that for certain. If there's another version of the events, tell us, or we have to go with his side.
If I left a key where someone found it and used it for ill, that's too bad.
So you left the key out for LeVar to use on his own?
Maybe under a loose piece of concrete on one of the stairs.
Which he was to use for what?
That was up to him.
Did you tell him that she had expensive items in her apartment?
Possibly.
And that if someone were to put a scare into her, that it might be mutually beneficial?
Again, possibly. But break in her apartment, stab her. Gentlemen, all I did was drop a key. May I leave now?
We'll need it written down, then we'll see about getting you out of here.
Pen, paper. Sooner the better.
Driving around in a dead man's car, Chris, that'll get people talking.
I have an explanation for that. Some guy came up and offered $200 to get rid of it, which I was in the process of doing when the cops pulled me over.
You just got out of Rikers, didn't you, Chris?
Yeah, I passed a bad check.
You were on the same tier as Adalo Tavares, weren't you?
Yeah.
We've been talking to Adalo. We know he'd been sending strapping young men like yourself over to see Neil Mazer. Neil's the recently departed owner of the car you're driving.
I don't know anything about the owner of the car.
Sure you do.
Some guy gave me $200 this morning to get rid of it.
Don't float that lie again, Chris. It will not be worth your while. Trust me.
Adalo sent you over to Neil so you could get 3 hots and a cot. In exchange, you let Neil treat you like an ice cream cone.
No, hell no. I don't do that, man.
How do you think we know all this? From Adalo, from listening to him talk.
Now, we're gonna go back over there, and we're gonna offer to let Adalo see his family more often in exchange for info on you. And if you don't think he is gonna pounce all over that deal, then you are dumber than you look.
And if he has to tell us what happened, you get no deal at all. Because when we sit down with the DA, that's how it works. Chris, psst, you following us here?
When do you sit down with the DA?
Look at it this way. We got two seals here, you and Adalo. Whichever one barks and claps its flippers, that's the one that gets the fish. Do you want the fish or not?
Yeah.
What happened last night?
Idalo told me to go over to Neil's apartment. He said Neil buzzed me up because he likes Hispanics. I did not have sex with that guy.
Yeah, okay, fine. So you get buzzed up.
And Idalo said Neil had a safe, but he didn't know where. Idalo told me he wanted Neil knocked around real good. I guess Neil screwed Idalo over some lawyer or something. In exchange for that, I could have what was in the safe. But Neil wouldn't give up the safe, which pissed me off even more. Plus, I was high.
There's no safe in that apartment.
There isn't?
No.
Adalo set you up. He just wanted Neil to get hurt.
Why'd you do this for Adalo?
He gave me protection when I was in the joint. I owed him a favor.
I finished this 20 minutes ago. May I leave now?
Afraid something's come up. Crazy thing.
You ever heard the term acting in concert?
Why?
Well, it's a legal term. It means leaving a key out, knowing someone's going to do a crime with it. You're just as responsible as the guy who did the crime.
So you're under arrest, Mr. Basham. Conspiracy to commit robbery and felony murder. Crazy, huh?
You're joking. You're both insane.
Imagine an inner-city guerrilla stumbling onto something as complicated as that.
You knew what you were doing all along. You tricked me.
You're giving me too much credit.
I need to speak with my mother.
Let's go.
I want my mother right now.
Come on your feet or we'll drag you out.
Shannon. I've been trying to figure out what to say. How to thank you.
I just told the truth.
A lot of guys would have taken it to the grave.
Yeah, I'm beginning to see why.
They gonna let you stay on the job?
I don't know yet.
I mean, I'll do everything I can, talk to everybody I can.
Thanks.
The other cops, from what I've seen, no one's giving you heat.
Yeah, they've been good. Plus, they weren't too shocked Laughlin was dirty. I should get home.
I just want you to know, I would have done the same for you.
I thought about that. That's what made me step up.
Chris Aguilar gave you up. Said he owed you a favor.
That's crazy. You tell Chris. Okay, you got me. Been a bad boy. I'll make sure I don't eat dessert tonight.
I know about favors.
Oh, you do, huh?
Yeah. When I was in uniform, I was partnered with this guy, Kurt Kreitzer. We were looking for a guy who held up a liquor store. We turned this corner. Kurt thought he saw someone, so he fires a shot. Turns out it was a woman, a civilian.
Wow, fascinating.
The woman was grazed, and I talked her out of filing a complaint. After that, Kurt was too skittish to be a cop, but he owed me a favor.
Listen, today was great. I haven't had this much fun since, hell, I don't know when.
Adalo, you've been giving me the runaround all day. You had somebody killed. At least you could hear my story.
Screw your story, screw your buddy Kurt, and screw you.
Now, Kurt, he wanted a job where he knew who the good guys were and who the bad guys were.
Oh, I get it. You came back because you want what Neil wanted. Some young Latin boys. But you can't come right out and say it.
So he left the police force and he went into corrections. Good guys, bad guys. And he's done really well for himself. Moved up to Deputy Commissioner of Administration for all the pens in the state. He's who I was going to call to get you transferred closer to home, back when I thought that we were going to treat each other civil.
Once you get lost, man.
Wendy Correctional Facility, Alden, New York. A half hour from the Canadian border, 10 hours from here. They call it the icebox, Idalo. So you have your family send earmuffs for those days where it gets 10 below in the yard. And you are there for the rest of your life.
Oh, so you're trying to run a game on me now?
Game's been run, dickhead. You ship out tomorrow. Wrong cop.
Yeah. Hey, Papa.
Hey, John.
Come in. Rita's coming over in a little bit.
Hadn't heard from you. Stop by to see if everything's all right.
Yeah, well, you know, as good as can be expected.
You upset about today? 'Cause I'll tell you, John, I was like an elephant stepping off my chest. It's out there now. Let people say what they want.
Would you have said it sober?
Absolutely. I'm one of those cops to leave you alone. That was the only way I knew how.
Your new job, they get wind?
Yeah, I was expecting that.
So they let you go?
I care about you more than some security job.
Hey, Pop. You've been making decisions lately based on what you think my best interests are. And it's you looking out for me, and I appreciate it. But they haven't been good decisions, Dad.
That's what life is like sometimes, John. Or do you live in some perfect world that I don't know about?
Letting internal affairs flip you because you bought their bluff they'd go after me? Announcing to the world that you worked for them? Where even after I got released, those two moves alone have turned our lives upside down.
And here I was thinking I stood up for my son.
Dad, I love you. You're my only family. But don't make decisions for me anymore. You're drinking too much. That's gotta stop. Worry about yourself. Take care of yourself. I'll be fine.
Well, I'll see you around.